Our new partner who I'm really, really excited to announce we are working with. Super, super stoked. Thank you, Angie Huberman, for this connect. It's incredible. AG1 Athletic Greens. I've been using them for a while. I have them every morning on an empty stomach. Basically, take one scoop and you put it into a cup or glass or mug of 8 ounces of cold water. And this is all your greens for the day. You're absorbing 75 high-quality vitamins, minerals, whole food source superfoods, probiotics, and adaptogens. Every day I take this. It's so good for my digestion, my energy. It's simple. It's easy. I don't like taking a lot of vitamins. This has been really, really helpful for me. I've had a lot of stomach issues my whole life, and ever since I've been gluten-free and taking the AG1s, it's really helped me in my stomach in the mornings. I love it. I'm so psyched that they're part of the One Life, One Chance podcast. I'm sure a lot of people don't like eating greens, let alone drinking your greens, but I can tell you straight up, it's got a mild tropical taste, and the taste is actually really refreshing, and I really look forward to it each morning. Don't think it's just going to be just straight bland. It tastes really, really good, and it's good for you, so remember that. This one blend of ingredients supports your gut health, your nervous system, your immune system, your energy, recovery, focus, and aging. It's incredible, just one scoop, especially for musicians who are vegans or just musicians in general who want to get those daily greens. You can get the packets. It's incredible. I just gave some to my friend Derrick from Sepultura. He traveled the whole entire world this summer, and he had those every single day. He said it saved him. I bring AG1s with me when I travel. It helps me stay healthy. You know the deal. If you're on tour and you are a picky eater, but you need to have your greens, sometimes catering doesn't have greens. Sometimes you miss the catering. Sometimes you miss the backstage food. Sometimes it's too late after the show to go get food that you like. So if you just have a scoop of AG1s in your hotel room before you go to bed, or you're in the hotel room at night and you're starving and you want something healthy, boom, life changer. Right now, it's time to reclaim your health and arm your immune system with some convenient daily nutrition. That's all you need, one scoop in a cup every day. That's it. No need for a million different pills and supplements to look out for your health. This is it. I'm super psyched. And to make it easy, Athletic Greens is going to give you a free 1-year supply of immune-supporting vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. All you have to do is visit athleticgreens.com/OLLC. Again, that's athleticgreens.com/OLLC to take ownership over your health and pick up the ultimate daily nutritional insurance. This is incredible. I love it. It's just basic greens. For me personally, this has changed my life tremendously. I'm not a junk food vegan. I don't eat a lot of fake meats, so I'm strictly greens. And this has been a wonderful, wonderful new addition to my life. So once again, visit athleticgreens.com/OLLC. and get 1 free year supply of immune-supporting vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. athleticgreens.com/OLLC. Yo, Liquid Death, thank you so much for hydrating all my guests, taking care of me and my family and my friends. Love your water, love your brand, love what you stand for, love what you give back to the community. If you want to learn more about Liquid Death and how it started, listen to episode 115 with the co-founder, owner, and creator of Liquid Death, Mike Cesario. Just a punk rock skateboarding kid from Delaware with a dream. It's an incredible story, incredible journey. So if you go liquiddeath.com/Toby, you get free shipping on any items you order from liquiddeath.com. And if you want to get water, Liquid Death water, go to amazon.com. But for merchandise and other things that's not water, go to liquiddeath.com/Toby and get free shipping. Thank you so much, Liquid Death. Death to plastic, murder your thirst, stay hydrated. You know H2O saves lives.
I'll just be over the table like this.
Check.
My good vocal.
Check, testing. Is it flowing on your chart there?
Oh, yeah, it's flowing.
Are we good?
Let's get a check over there.
Yeah,
okay,
check.
Welcome to the One Life, One Chance podcast. I'm your host, Toby Morse. Happy New Year, everybody. It's my first podcast of the year. I'm with my brothers here today, Derrick Green.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
And Shapel Lacey. Happy birthday, Shapel Lacey.
Yes, thank you.
Oh, snap.
And happy belated birthday to Derrick Green here.
What? Yeah,
he just turned 52. Happy belated birthday.
What? Really?
Belated.
Yes, because we're doing this in the future from now.
Is this? I'm 52. Wow.
Yeah, you
No,
turned
you're 51.
No, I think I'm 52.
Oh, he's 52. Happy. Come on, man. So
I was like, he almost had me. I was like, I'm pretty good with birthdays.
This is going to come out next Monday, so it's actually Martin Luther King Day today, too.
Word.
Yeah. Word.
MLK
Respect
Day.
Can I get a
respect?
Respect. And we have Shapel here back in the podcast.
Yeah,
the first
Shapel.
Yeah.
The first time we had Shapel on here, it was a two-parter. It was episode 98-99. So if you haven't heard those, you can go back and listen to the story of Shapel Lacey. You can also see that in his comedy. He talks about that as well. But we're here to catch up with Shapel because his life's changed dramatically since he's been on this podcast. He actually never left this house. Pretty much lives in this house. We pretty much adopted him.
I'm loving this intro.
Yo, he's actually fucking, ate food at this table we're doing the podcast.
I eat
with the
food
family.
here. I take
Same as
naps on the
Derrick.
couch.
But dude,
I can literally drive home because I live 10 minutes away. But if I got to take a nap, hey.
I also want to let people know Shapel is Deep Dive Lacey, a.k.a. Bootleg
Deep
Hannibal
Dive.
Buress.
Hannibal
Which I put his picture.
He put a picture of Hannibal Buress.
Wow.
Or he uses that as my default for when what pops up when I call him. It's a picture of Hannibal Buress. It's actually really funny. I've been showing my friends that because I took a picture of it.
There's a lot that's happened with Shapel.
What's going on?
Shapel had Chappelle's World, which is he's no longer in the podcast game.
Yeah, I don't do any podcasting.
He was at Thick Boy. He went on his own. Was super proud of you. You left the nest. You're doing all this stuff on your own.
Yeah.
Independent, DIY, out there grinding every weekend like you were anyway.
Yeah.
But it's all about you, counting on you. It's awesome.
Yeah. Sometimes you got to take it back to that, especially when there comes a time where you just feel like, and don't get me wrong, those platforms, really helped me out and really pushed me to another level. But at the same time, I don't think I ever had a strong passion for podcasting. There's a lot to it. It's a lot more than people actually think about. And I have people come up to me after the shows and they're always like, "Man, I miss hearing you on the podcasting, and why'd you quit?" And I'm just like, I literally don't have a passion for it. But they're like, "But you're good at it." There's a lot of things that I'm probably good at that I just had, like school. I could have probably been good at school, but shit, I had no fucking passion.
That's a really good point.
But I mean, yeah, like everybody has that feeling with something where you're just doing something and it's just like you never.
Well, you had to test the waters out.
Yeah, you never feel the spark, and
But at least you did it. You can say like, "Hey,
I can say I did it."
Right.
Yeah. Like the only thing I ever get excited for and strongly excited for is my stand-up comedy. Like,
Hell yeah.
like I just tell people, just come see me live. Like I would appreciate that more than anything else than someone watching me every week. But because that live feeling it's just a different feeling. And there's probably another layer as to why I didn't like podcasting, because I don't know, it's the connection through a screen. I don't know, like, I don't know. I love that connection on stage with some shit that I wrote down, and it's just a play on words and all this stuff. There's a lot to it when I'm writing these jokes and coming up with a lot of this material, and then to do that product like live and at the shows, it's like doing stand-up comedy is pretty raw.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because at least like with songs, you have a full fleshed out song before you take it to the stage. You're not just trying the song on stage.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, hey,
record this song
I'm
too.
gonna just play this riff, and then you guys just start following me. Like it doesn't.
That would be a whole nother game.
But with comedy, sometimes I just have the thought, and I'm like, all right, I'll just try it right now. You know what I mean? See what it does.
Yeah.
But
that's insane.
I love that is more fun to me because it is tricky.
Yeah, it's in the moment.
It's in the moment.
Definitely in the moment.
Yeah. And
playing a new song live is way different than trying a new joke live.
Absolutely. I mean, it would be like, let's try out this practice song, like for the first time, playing it for an audience. Or like, boo! What the hell is that? That sucks. You're like, all right.
Yeah.
Let me try this riff.
Play Freebird. No, I'm just kidding.
No, it's a whole nother level, though. I mean, I think it's one of the hardest professions out there. No doubt.
And I love the fact that it is hard.
Yeah.
That's my favorite part about it, is that it's
challenging.
It's so challenging and so hard to be funny. It's not a fucking easy thing.
Yeah.
I never imagined it would be.
Oh man, there's one just when I was in Virginia doing shows, I was like, man, I wrote this thing upstairs, and I was like, I was like, I think this might hit. And then I went out there, and it fell so flat. And I even told the crowd, because I was like, you know what? I just wrote that shit upstairs, and they were dying because I was just honest about that. I actually wrote that upstairs and decided to come try it down there. And a lot of times that's the thing of comedy, is that people appreciate, is that like, oh, I have that humility to be able, like, damn, that didn't work. You know what I mean? Like, what did y'all like about that one? But yeah, it's fun.
What I notice about you that's cool is something that I don't know if Derrick does, is you go back and you study your sets. You watch your shit, your clips, and you critique, and you go back and fine tune stuff that you want to change and fix. I personally could never go back and watch a video of myself performing. It would drive me crazy. You know what I mean? I don't know why I've never done that. Maybe that's maybe that's the problem why H2O didn't really go far. But I'm just
come on.
Come on.
But you know, like critiquing your own shit is hard.
I totally understand, and I don't like to do that, but it actually can help. You know, but not to obsess on it. I mean, I know that I don't like to see a lot of stuff that it's like it's done. You know, there's nothing that's changed.
Oh, got it.
But I can understand. I mean, I appreciate when I see other people doing that, and I start to get comfortable looking at old stuff because there's certain things like I probably won't do that again. And then things just like, oh yeah, I'm definitely going to be doing that, and just getting little hints, you know. But I agree with you. It's difficult for me, but I can see that. So important in comedy,
that craft.
But I got to say, I mean, each crowd is going to be a little bit different, though, right? Depending on where you are.
Yeah, that's the thing, and that's where you got to find the consistency. Because, like, a lot of times a joke, like I always say this, like this is like an interesting thing, and it's not even a diss, it's not a shot at anybody. But a lot of times, comics that are a little bit more woke can't tour the Midwest. All right, because they have this like such woke that like, you know, and that goes either way. If someone that's like, you know, super on the other side or whatever, like a lot of times it's like it just doesn't work anyway. So that's the thing with comedy, and like the thing that works for comedians is like we have to be observant on all aspects.
Do you have a Midwest set?
No. I just make it universal.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's like you can't really tell, you know, where I'm at or where my thoughts truly are, and a lot of my stuff is about my life, but a lot of things people can relate to, and you know, the first half of my set is just me talking about white people. You know, but here's the thing. Here's the funny thing about it.
I understand.
Max, why do you hate us?
No, and it's. But here's the thing. But it's funny because people don't even let me get to the second half where I talk about like my black side of my family and stuff. Right. But I'm talking off strictly what I was surrounded by.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I mean, how can people not understand that when they're going to a comedy show that you're going to be talking about things? I mean, what makes, I think for me, comedians so entertaining and really where I'm really interested in what they're saying when they're talking about real life stuff that happens when they're very honest. And I think this is super attractive to a lot of people when you're open and honest and it hits harder too because
especially when it's the stuff we want to say and we don't really get to say it too.
Right. It's just like
I'm just telling people exactly what the fuck I know and where the fuck I came from.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard. Like some people just aren't. They lack this kind of like intelligence to understand that, and I think a lot of that, mainly that, just because of their own ego.
Right.
You know what I mean? I think that's as to why ego or insecurity of some sort. Because I mean, it's very very rare that someone gets offended by my set, but it has happened. You know, there's been a person that just like why do you talk so much about white people? I'm like, bro, I'm telling you where I come from.
You're like, I hate white people. That's why.
Yeah, like some people. I've had that like kind of thing. Like I hate white people. I'm like, bitch, I drive a Jeep Wrangler. What the fuck you talking about? The fuck I look like?
I'm wearing an Oasis jacket.
Yeah, I'm wearing an Oasis jacket. You think I hate white people? No, I'm talking about a specific type of fucking white person.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just funny how I'm like, you just let me. It's like sit down and just listen. I'll get to another part of my set. Don't worry. I'll get to my biological family. Okay.
I think going to see comedy now is so important because people are so scared of what to say or get canceled, and it's such a divided, weird kind of world. And it's like that's a place to go to escape everything. You can just laugh at shit you might not be able to laugh about on the internet, or you go and just get everything out, and you're speaking. You're saying things that some people can't say, and in the work that they do or express what they do, and that kind of sucks as well. But we go to comedy to escape all that.
Here's the funny thing about comedy, and no matter what comedian you like, let's say you go see Kevin Hart.
Okay.
Right? Say you go see Kevin Hart. In Kevin Hart's audience, no one knows each other's views.
True.
So true.
There may be some people that are super, this way. And there's definitely going to be some people that are super the other way.
Yeah.
But no one knows.
Mm-hmm.
No one knows what the person that they're sitting next to watching and laughing at this one person just tell fucking funny ass jokes. No one knows. That's the thing about comedy shows is that it's weird because even you get this sometime like even at a metal show, there's someone in that audience that fucks with Goo Goo Dolls.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But maybe. I don't know. I don't know how strong. I don't know. I don't know
if Sepultura does.
Absolutely.
If we did a fucking a poll, I don't know how big.
It's definitely going to be one.
Derrick, do you fuck with Goo Goo Dolls?
I'm not going to hate on them.
Okay,
I mean, they're from Buffalo. I know that, and they were big back in the day. Man.
Yeah.
They have some catchy songs.
All right, cool.
All
So
right.
the singer Sepultura loves Goo Goo Dolls. Okay.
But okay. Love is a strong word. I think that's something Americans use
I'll say
a lot of times. But it's
Respect.
No, but yeah, it's that's the thing with comedy. That's the interesting part of it is, and as I've grown in comedy, I've been getting a lot of people at my shows. Hardcore kids are starting to come to fellow hardcore folks are starting to come to my shows because they're starting to find out about me. But then I'll have this elderly couple, from some probably white picket fence neighborhood that's just enjoying themselves just as much as these hardcore kids over here.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So that's the cool thing about comedy and at least I feel with my specific style of comedy is that I've made it universal,
right?
To where it's you don't have to be one way to listen to this. You could just fucking listen to this, and that's how I like to write.
I mean, if you're going to a comedy show, I think you're signing up.
Yeah,
to be like, okay, I'm gonna have an open mind.
Yes,
and I'm gonna see something and let my
defenses
down and let this person tell a story and hear something.
Because at the end of the day,
you're signing up for that.
Yeah, you're signing up for that.
You should know that.
You're it's funny when people do get back because I'm like, bitch, you didn't read my bio.
Hello, right?
It's like you bought the ticket.
Yeah, it's right.
But that's like someone. See that can't happen in like someone knows what they're getting into when they go to a Sepultura show.
True.
Someone knows what they're getting into when they go to most of the time. They know exactly what they're getting into
what the vibe's
when they
be,
go
energy,
into these shows. But for comedy, for where I'm at now, from where I'm at right now. I'm a little bit known. I'm not well fucking known or whatever. But I think for me right now, a lot of people are just rolling the dice.
I see.
On who I am. You know,
or just clips that they saw online too.
Clips that they saw online. Some will just go to my Instagram.
Yep.
One of the funniest. This girl comes up to me after the show. This is really funny. You ready for this one?
Yes.
You appreciate this, Toby. Girl comes up to me after the show. And she goes, I never heard of you until I saw that you were coming to the comedy club. I don't know if the comedy club if it was in the local paper or something. I don't know what the fuck, how she looked upon it. But, no, she had frequent to that club. She would go to just comedy shows because she just liked comedy. And, but she always looks up the comedian first. And she says she went to my Instagram before seeing a clip. And she was looking at the mutual follows or whatever, or who followed me. And she decided to come to the show because she saw that Travis Barker followed me. I was like, so did you at least think I was funny or what?
You don't play drums?
I don't fucking play drums. But it's random. That's, for an example, that's just where, that's just the only way, I think, right now that people are kind of finding me.
Yeah.
And until I actually film a legit special, then I think that'll get me a lot more.
Oh yeah.
I think that will get me a lot more traction. But right now I'm in this weird area where, a lot of times people are just rolling the dice on the night and just there's a comedian in town.
Yeah.
But there's some people that are fans that know who I am and and come to the shows, but But then
But
there's
it's got to be cool to have people who are
it's
have
actually
never heard of you.
it's actually cool when
great,
people have never heard of me
Right.
because
I love that.
Yeah.
you know, a lot of times, like, you know, even though that girl said what she said, she was like, I never heard of you, but I saw that whatever, and then she was like, she genuinely was like, I fucks with you. I'm a fan.
Yeah.
And so it was cool that, you know, weird way for her to find me or for her to decide to go on to come see a show, but it was really cool that she actually appreciated what I did on stage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, and you know, and she wasn't like all weird about it or anything, but you know, and I think also, you know, she probably just out of the kindness of her heart was just saying that, but it did make me feel weird.
Yeah. I mean,
She was stalking you, or that? You know.
Well, it's just like that's a weird reason. It's a weird reason to roll the dice on coming to see somebody.
Another thing that really blew you up is the Don't Tell comedy where you're rocking the blue turnstile shirt. And I think that really catapulted you into more people's eyes from the hardcore world too, and that turnstile world, which is a different level of hardcore right now. So just that shirt, just your clips, that thing, I feel like that was a big thing for you.
So that actually was a really, 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 really fucking big thing for me because that was something, you know, I had a set filmed before on like Comedy Central, but that was so long ago. And
were you wearing glasses then?
I was not wearing glasses.
I saw a picture of Shapel wearing glasses today, and I go,
"Oh my god,
you do wear glasses?" He goes, my eyes got better since then. And I see this motherfucker. I see him squinting all the time, bro. He just gave up the glasses. He looks so good in glasses. Anyway, go to your story.
Those damn things.
Okay, go to your story.
But you know, with that said, I was a little weird about filming that Don't Tell clip because I was like, oh man, a lot of this material. I guess let me explain. I guess I got to take it back a little bit. So when I moved out here to LA in 2018, I started getting like a lot of things like pretty fucking fast, and I think that was
because
just
Travis follows you probably.
Toby's getting his comedic timing
Shout
really
out to T.
good.
Barker.
Shout out to T. Barker.
Okay, go ahead.
Is that how it
But
works?
I'm gonna tell how.
I know, is that how it works? Yeah, right.
I'm gonna tell that story too later about Travis. Go ahead.
Okay. But so anyway, so when I moved down here in 2018, I had a set of jokes. Some of the jokes that you guys have currently heard, but like they weren't like good, right? When I moved out here, I saw a different level of talent. Because back home, I was like one of the better, you know, comedians.
Big fish in little pond.
Yeah. And when I moved out here, like I realized I was like, oh, my jokes aren't there. I was like, I love the topics, but what I'm saying is kind of bleh.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like it just had no strong life to them.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, don't get rid of these jokes, because I was just gonna write like new jokes, because I was like, yeah, I did all those ones, and
Right.
and so some of these jokes, so things started happening for me pretty fast. Like I got on a big comedy festival. I got a manager within the 5th month of me living out here. You know, saw me doing stand up. I got the Comedy Central Festival. Like this was all within like a year and a half of me
Play
living
with
out
Rollins.
here. Yeah, with Rollins. Like doing some pretty big gigs that don't really happen that quick for a lot of people when they move out here from a different city.
Yeah.
A city that they were like the head honcho in, you know. And I'm not saying I was a bad comedian. I just don't think I did a lot of like the stuff that I had justice, right? So I started building on all this stuff. And then when it came to the Don't Tell set, which was that was filmed last year, and I didn't want to do it because I was like, I got these jokes, and you know they're not really done yet, but you know I don't really want to film this. But when I look at it, that was just like a trailer of what I'm about to like film here soon.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So actually I did not want to do that Don't Tell set. I didn't want to film it.
Damn.
But then my manager had convinced me to do so. And so when I filmed it, and then they said, don't wear it black, which is the only fucking color I wear all the time. And so with wearing the turnstile shirt, that's like the brightest shirt I have. And so wearing that, what that did for me,
Crazy,
not only
man.
through like comedy, but it got another layer of people that come from where I come from to see me, which was almost like, that's kind of like, man, that's like I don't even know how to explain that feeling. It's like, it's just a warm feeling. It's like, wow, you're seeing me for this, and it's cool because we all like the same fucking music.
They checked you out because you saw her doing the clip wearing the Turnstile shirt. I heard people tell you that.
Yeah, so a lot of people were like commenting and writing, even like sliding in my DMs. They're like, "Yo, went to your clip because I saw the Turnstile shirt, stayed because of the comedy." Mm-hmm. So a lot of people, which is wow, which is like a cool feeling to, I don't know. It was just really cool and very organic, and like, I don't know, like to have those people come like enjoy my comedy as well is like, I don't know, it just fucking feels dope.
No, it's great awesome. With the music as the connector. Yeah. That really. Yeah. I can understand that.
Yeah. And for me, like, I don't feel like or act like a star or anything like that. Like, I just love to do what I do.
Just when you named our Trav, it's all good.
No. He's a star.
And I want to say that Shapel is a Turnstile fan because I saw his big ass in the pit at a Turnstile shirt, poking with a bunch of little kids around. And he was like, I can get out of this pit, I'm going to hurt somebody. And he was even a mosh, and he was just poking.
It was so funny. I was just so big, and it's just like, you just see these little kids.
It's like you poking their
Yeah, I'm just poking.
Yeah,
it was amazing.
I was like, Toby, hold my hat.
I'm going in.
I would need a back of Adam if I did something like that. If I jump out there.
But I have another cool story about the Turnstile show. But as I was saying, though, just that world colliding like that. But yeah, I don't necessarily feel like I don't think of like fame or anything like that. I just love to do the things that I do, and if it happens to get me on a level that's just like pretty big, then that's what happens. But for the most part, I enjoy being a human. Like, I love having a clock in and a clock out. I do that, you know what I mean? Like, because and even if I didn't want to, I still do, because I think at the end of the day, when I get off stage and I'm driving home from doing my sets and I'm getting ready for bed, that point in time when I'm getting ready for bed and driving home, like that whole thing, that I'm not Shapel the comedian right there. I was Shapel comedian on the stage about an hour ago, but I'm at home, getting ready for bed.
Just plain ass Shapel.
That's the same, yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
And so that's what I feel like. It's like, yeah, like almost like Superman when I'm when I'm on the stage, but when I come home, just Clark Kent, sitting here, and I'll watch TV, I'll watch some YouTube videos or whatever, and just enjoy my simple times, you know what I mean? And so when people do treat me in a way that's like with this level of excitement, it is very appreciating, but it is, it's not something that I look for necessarily with this shit. So with that being said, the people that are coming to see my shows because they saw my Don't Tell clip and they saw the Turnstile shirt and they also fuck with that music, it more so, like, I don't feel like they're fans as much as I feel like they're almost like this family, or like, this like cool connection. It's like, like not family because that's a bit much, but like it's a connection that's
it's community.
It's community. It's very community is what it feels like.
That's the hardcore in you too, because you're not just a comedian. You're a music fan. You're a massive music head. And you have a band and you love punk rock, and that really helped and changed your life. Yeah. So that's where I think your morals and everything lie, and then also you love comedy. That's what you do. Yeah. So you have a connection with the music scene, and that's the community, which is like, it's very supportive, and it is like a family. Strong. We know the hardcore scene, all that's like a family.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So yeah, to see someone in an audience rocking a fucking Madball shirt or something. It's just like it's dope. It's like, I know why you're here. Yeah, I know why you're in the audience, and that's beautiful. But like recently, the last Turnstile show I went to was back home in Arizona. I took my nephew to go see them, and that's just one band that just makes me get in the pit. It's like most bands don't make me want to get in the pit, but I get in theirs. And I remember getting in the pit and once they finished the song, the lights they had like the lights on the crowd, and then all these people were like, "Holy shit, Shapel Lacey!" And it was fucking crazy, but it was all love,
Right.
and it didn't feel like this they were excited and like fans of course, but it's all love. It's like, hey, we're here together, like we're all gonna mosh to this music, we're all gonna pogo to these jams, like that's that's the coolest feeling, is that like I feel one with it. Like I don't feel above those people that are in that pit as well, that are coming up and recognizing me and wanting to take a picture. Like I feel like one. It's like, yeah, this is what the fuck we do.
That's what hardcore is. That's what punk rock is.
Yeah, absolutely.
We can hang out with the singer after the show and buy a T-shirt from him.
I mean, I remember at a very young age seeing an album. For example, my friend was like, check out, this is Metallica. And I was like, Metallica? I was like really in the stage of my life where I was just like hardcore punk rock only. Few like old rock bands, but then metal, I was like, unquestionable, just because I was thinking about lyrical content. I just couldn't really relate to it. And at that time, I just didn't have any experience so much into the whole metal world. But when he showed me that album, and what drew me in, I was like, oh, that dude's got like a Misfits patch or a sticker. Yeah. And I was like, okay, I'm going to mess with this. Like, I'm going to check it out. And then it was instantly hooked. It was Ride the Lightning album. And I was just like, oh, my God, this is the best thing ever. But it was the fact that they were messing with, Misfits, and they had all these punk rock stickers. I was like, oh, wow, this is really,
it's crazy
really
how it is.
cool.
Like somebody else's influences make you open-minded, check them out.
I was like, there's going to be something that we relate to. There's going to be some connection here, and I'm curious, like very curious now, but it still has an effect to
it still
day.
has an effect.
Like, you see somebody with a shirt, and you're like, oh, what are they up to, like,
especially because, like, our world is, like, so niche. So, like, you don't see people. Like, you see a Rolling Stones T-shirt, like, every day.
True.
It's true.
No knock to them. No knock to them.
No,
but you see those shirts every day.
Right. Yeah.
You're not going to see someone in a freaking Leeway shirt.
And if you do, you're like, yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
No,
I hear that.
Yeah.
So since then, you've just been on tour doing your shit.
Yeah, and that's what I love the most. Like I said, man, like that, like being on stage and doing the live thing. That's where I just feel it all, like that's where, not saying I get like the most fulfillment. Like, I mean, there's a lot of things that I feel fulfillment. Like when I go to hardcore shows, I feel like that fulfillment. But so like the fulfillment I feel like that I've always felt since I was a kid going to shows. That's the fulfillment I get when I walk out on that stage to tell jokes. It's like, it's just, I mean, it's, I don't know, like I don't know how to explain. Like, you guys all know the feeling of touching the stage, and it's just, you're right there with these people. Yeah, you're right there with this,
and you're getting that instant feedback from your art.
Instant feedback,
which is something that's really incredible. With music as well. You're playing your art, and then you're getting that feedback instantaneously.
Yeah, the only way I know a joke will work is if I do it right there. Right. I can't just like, let's see what this mirror thinks.
We have like a video online, so
in the mirror.
Then doing it live, then like just posting a video of it, like just feeling the reactions, so different.
Yeah, and I don't necessarily like the clips, posting clips online. A lot of comedians do post clips online, and a lot of like the crowd work stuff. I don't necessarily like doing that because also I don't really want to talk to the crowd. I've done it before, and like it's one of those things that yes, I'm really good at it, but I'd rather. The hardest part of comedy is writing a structured joke. Crowd work, someone could be a year in, 2 years in, and have a good moment of a crowd work. And that you can post that clip and that thing goes viral. Yeah, that's cool. Whatever. But I just love. I don't know. I just love the harder routes. I guess. Right. There's just something about it. And probably because I love breaking things down to a science. And if I feel like something's like too easy, then I don't like doing it. Right. But because I love the work. Yeah. I love to work. I love to figure out. I love for something to be thrown at me that I'm so confused about, and then I figure it out and I go, damn, there it is.
Right.
That reward to me is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great feeling.
Absolutely.
Do you figure out you have a lot more to learn about comedy still?
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. The
Stuff
thing
that you're working on.
The thing that I'm excited for the most is after I do my first special, I'm excited for what I talk about next.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm already and I don't know what that is yet because the focus is a lot of the stuff that I've been doing right now. And I have like a few ideas already, but once that stuff is done and it's graduated or whatever, I can't wait to. That's the thing I'm excited for. Like after the fact is what I'm going to talk about next, because just knowing what I did to build, for this, for what I have now, and it's still continuing to grow. But knowing what I did to get there, I can't wait to see what I do to get to this other stuff to talk about. But also I do read a lot. Mm-hmm. So I read a lot, and through the reading and also the journaling, that's how I find a lot of stuff. So yes, there are things that are already in my head that I'm like, oh, I could see that being something, and being something that I just connect with.
So like the stuff like on Don't Tell and the stuff that you talk about, you've been talking about, once that goes to a special, you kind of retire that stuff and move on to the next stuff, correct?
Yeah, so the Don't Tell clip was
it's like
only
putting a record out or
I
something.
think it's only I think that was only like 9 minutes
Yeah.
of a set. And also those jokes I did on that Don't Tell set, like it's a good set, but it's not my favorite. It's not my favorite set. I look at it and I go, I could have done better. But for where I was at that time, and because I was on the road featuring, I wasn't headlining as much as I am now. So when I filmed that set, that was when I was still featuring. I wasn't headlining. So a lot of those jokes were opening set kind of jokes. Yeah. Not opening set jokes. They were opening set like style, like or like the the timing and whatever. And so those jokes, I'll look back at them now and I'm like, damn, I've added so much to that joke right there. I've added so many damn things. And so that's how I think of it. Yes, it is a trailer in comparison to what I'll deliver, in a full special.
It's like us touring on the same record for like 9 or 10 months. Like, I can't wait to make a new record. We've been doing the same songs over and over again. This is all we have, right? And then you get to like, once you put it out there, you kind of retire some of those jokes and then maybe throw one of those old ones back into the set list of the new jokes. Moving forward, right?
Yeah, well, there's one joke of mine.
Like there's one that's always going to stay. Like we have a song we're never not going to play. Do you know what I mean?
I want it. I mean, there's this one joke I have. A lot of times it does not happen like that with comedians, but some comedians do go up and do like an encore set because people will shout out like their favorite jokes. Like the dude Fluffy, Gabriel Iglesias. This dude Brian Regan, he has a bunch of jokes where Bert Kreischer has a joke where the crowd has to hear it every time, and it's an encore joke. Yeah. And, there's a joke of mine that has been a joke that people just fucking love, and it's the cheerleading joke.
Yeah, man. That shit goes hard.
And that was
one went viral too, right? One of them?
Yeah, that was the one that like really, really, really popped. And it's so funny because I was like, yeah, it's fucking just a joke, whatever.
Because people don't think it's real. They don't think you really were a cheerleader. So
exactly.
I'll get asked that.
Right.
I'll get asked that all the time. I go, why the fuck would I lie about that? Of all things I can make up, you think I'm gonna just make up being a cheerleader? Yeah, of all things I can fucking think about to make up, why would that be the damn thing? Why would I say I was a master chess player? You know what I mean? I could say that. Why would I choose cheerleading?
That wouldn't be that funny.
I mean,
I'm a master chess player.
I think I can make it funny, but
just your whole story. Then you throw that in the end, whatever. Like what?
Yeah, they're like
cheerleader?
What? But if you listen to my whole story, you should go, damn, this makes sense.
Yeah.
But it does catch people off guard, and so that joke. I was somewhere on the road, and I stopped doing it because it was a joke that went viral, and people really liked it, and I stopped doing it. And then, I was doing a weekend of shows, and people like every show, people were like, "Yo, why didn't you do the cheerleading joke?" And I was like, "Cause you know it." And they're like, "But we want to see it live." And I was like, "You really want to see that damn joke?" And I was like, "Oh shit!" So then I just make it. I make it the very last joke of the set. Because Because I go, and it's funny, man. Like I'll go, I'll start off. So I used to be a competitive cheerleader, and then people will like fucking
lose it.
Yes. Like, and sometimes it'll be like these bros that are like, fuck yes. He's doing the fucking cheer joke.
Yeah.
Bro dudes that would never
I've been
fucking
waiting for
cheer.
this.
Yeah, that would never cheer in their fucking lives. So like girls get excited for it and fucking dudes get excited for it. It's so
amazing.
funny.
Yeah, and what about backflips? You gonna retire backflips?
Fuck yeah, fuck them damn things. Them things hurt. Fucking fuck oh god damn.
and then so we know you have Mad Peaceful, a band now. You have a couple.
Wow, you know my band?
No,
Damn, you really did your deep dive.
Man. you got songs that are already out. You know what I mean? Like, and you're playing shows. And how important is the music to you as much as the comedy?
Well, with the
and I sang on the song "Only Way."
Yes,
thanks
Toby
for having me on the
Wow,
song.
he did his deep dive, dude.
My
You're,
deep dive
you're like
is-
Nardwar, man. How did you know that?
I'll get you under oath back tat. Don't worry.
Oh wow, I forgot you do know that.
And your demon system tat. Okay.
Oh wow. So Mad Peaceful, that was a thing. So during the pandemic, none of us comedians could like do. There's a point in time where everything was shut down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so,
we know.
Yeah. I'm sitting
Heard
here
about it.
I'm sitting here acting like you guys did. So there was this thing that happened, guys. Just kidding. Yeah, right.
Go on. Tell me.
But so during that time, me and my buddies, we just that are also comedians, we just started jamming, because the practice studios or practice spaces were open, and we all fuck with music. And
Yeah.
I knew someone that played bass. I knew someone that played guitar. I knew someone that drummed.
And they're all comedians.
Yes. So actually, two of them are not comedians, but they're from the comedy world in a sense. But we just started jamming and we started doing covers, and we wanted to do this thing where we were going to film this thing of us like just doing these cover songs.
You did film a couple, I remember back
We
then.
filmed a couple.
Yeah.
We never ever put them out.
Yeah.
I think I'm the only person that has that footage. I've never released that footage or anything like that because the audio was kind of weird.
Okay.
But maybe
Very
I'll
DIY, yeah.
yeah, but maybe I'll post one just for people to see it. But we started doing the covers, and then I just one day came in with the guitar riff, and I said, "Hey, I wrote this song," and they were like, "All right." And then I just started playing it, and then they started jamming it with me, and then made it into a full song. And then I just started coming in with a bunch more because
What song was that?
It's actually a song that we never released.
What?
Yeah, or we never recorded or anything.
Is it the Black
And
Threat number one single?
No. That was the first. Actually, that was the first song I wrote. That was the first song I wrote. Was that one? But
For the listeners, we had a band called Black Threat. It's not out yet.
yeah,
We recorded one song.
One song.
Me, Derrick, Shapel, Max on drums, and Tim Armstrong. It was an awesome day.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Chappelle brought this riff in. Derrick on bass. It was sick.
Yeah.
And we
Can't
wrote a
fucking
song
say
one
it.
day. We have all the song. We haven't did vocals, nothing.
Yeah.
And we had all these dreams.
we had all these dreams.
A lot
We
of
were like,
dreams.
"Yo, we'll do a 7-inch
Photo shoot.
Yeah,
We were ready for photo shoot.
But I want to put this out there. I want to try to do something this year with at least one or two
Yes.
songs, dude.
I agree.
Such
I
a
know.
great name. Black Threat, such a hard name.
And I
dude.
still have the file too.
And you wrote that song. We brought it to life.
Yeah.
dude.
That was the first song I wrote, and I sent that to Tim or whatever, and he was like, "Yo, I was working that riff that you're playing, so."
Is that your Tim Armstrong?
Yeah, that's why Tim impression. I don't know how it sounds, but I hope people understand that it's Tim Armstrong. Yeah, I was working that riff,
That was a good one.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tim Armstrong. We love you. You fucking genius. Love you.
Magpies soon.
Magpies crew.
Um,
So you brought the riff to the comedian crew in the
yeah,
studio.
and then just started making these songs, and then I started writing a shitload of songs, and then at one time we only had one guitarist, and then I brought in one of my buddies that from back home to be the second guitarist, and he's a dope one, and he shout out to Chase, but he writes a lot too, and so Chase and we're like this. I don't know. Our writing process is just insane. He'll have a riff, I'll have a riff, and then sometimes we'll combine these riffs, and then one day I was just like fucking, that's. Through the encouragement of you too, Toby.
Yeah.
I was just like, yeah, we should try to record this shit, and you linked us with
Paul Miner.
Shout out to
Buzzbomb Studios.
Buzzbomb Studios.
For the listeners, Paul Miner did all the H2O records. He did Terry, did everything Chad Gilbert produced.
He
brought it through Buzzbomb Studios. Nothing to prove.
So
everything.
much. I
legit.
mean, fucking.
He's from Death by Stereo.
He's very
legit.
He's legit.
Incredible
Very
engineer
legit.
and producer. Yeah.
Incredible.
And a nice guy. He's a nice guy.
Yes.
Wonderful human. And so yeah, we had only had 5 songs at the time, but before we recorded anything, we did a show first. Yeah, we did the at program skate and sound.
Video.
Is that what that thing is?
Yes.
So we did that first, and then we recorded these songs. And
Black Flag meets Agnostic Front.
Is how Toby describes
That's
it.
I think Matt Peaceful is to me, man. Got the East and West Coast vibes.
Description. Yeah.
Yeah, it is interesting because I mean, I just wrote what I felt, and then I just sang it the way I felt I should sing it.
Have you always wrote and did poems or wrote in journals your whole life? That started later on in life.
I've always written, but but all the stuff I was writing before I threw away.
Okay.
I would throw shit away all the time, but I was always thinking and always curious, and I would always love putting my thoughts out onto something. Yeah. But yes, a lot of stuff that I wrote before, I just threw it away.
You think it was good enough or something?
Well, a lot of it was journal, wasn't songs.
Okay.
Actually, I wrote a love album for a girl. I forgot about that.
Wow.
Yeah.
What?
Whole album.
That's intense.
Yeah.
And you sang it?
Yeah.
Is there recordings of this?
No.
Damn.
Oh,
I lost that fucking CD.
What was it called, the album?
Brutality in the Making.
Did this girl break your heart or something? Jesus.
Well, no, it was a love album.
Brutality in the Making.
Yeah.
Wow.
Jesus.
But I had to keep it punk because it was all acoustic songs.
Oh, okay, okay.
And I was in high school, so it was like I had to keep it I had to keep it
Wow.
punk, you know. So I was
where is she now? This girl.
It's great.
Do you have any idea?
She's doing great in life. That's what she's doing.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All
Are you in
right.
touch with her still?
Yeah.
Did she like the songs?
She made fun of me about those songs.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay.
But
That is
and then
so
I was like, yo, give me that shit back. I was like, I'll write a new.
I think this needs to be talked about in comedy, man.
Yeah, I
this
was like, I'll
brutality,
write a
man.
new girl's name in this fucking album.
There you go.
I know, but I didn't have a new girl to write the album.
Wow.
So yeah, I wrote a whole album, all original songs written by me. Shout out to my homie Brett. I would go to his house, and he was the only person that had a Mac at the time, and Macs were like the Macs were like new,
Right.
and it had GarageBand on it,
Sick.
and so.
Okay.
And so this
what I
was
got.
this was literally like 2004, 2005 or something like that. And I remember we would go in his room, and above his room outside his door, he had a red light. So his mom wouldn't fucking come in because we were making hits, dog. And so
Making hits.
yeah. So I wrote a whole album for her, and there was one song that was like screaming.
Damn.
Yeah. And but anyways, but then I had wrote a bunch of journals.
Okay.
And those journals I like threw away. They were I don't think I was ready I wasn't mature enough for how honest they were.
Gotcha.
So yeah, I think I've always just been writing.
That's
all the
awesome.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're saying you started writing songs with Matt Peace when they started flowing.
Yeah.
There's a lot of great songs you guys have, man.
Yeah, and we laugh about it because we're like, man, and then people just people will come up and say really nice things to us about our band. And we kind of laugh about it because we're like, what the fuck? But I think this is one of the main reasons why we do work is I do think we are very, very talented. But also, I think none of us are on any fuck shit.
Yeah.
Like, we don't do any fuck shit. Like, we keep things pretty straight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we don't do anything crazy. We're not out there, fucking people over or like we're all just very, very positive people, and we just
grounded individuals.
Yeah, we're just grounded individuals, and we just we're able to come together and write these songs, and yeah, people like to book us. I mean,
you guys playing everywhere, all kinds of places.
Yeah, we do play a lot of places, which is really cool. So
I'm psyched to hear you guys on the real PA and the real stage soon too.
I know. Yeah, we haven't had that yet.
DIY
We've been
spots.
doing a lot of DIY spots.
Once you can hear yourself for the first time on stage.
We saw the show at the Troubadour.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah,
You're
yeah.
right.
Come on
Yeah.
now.
Good point.
You know what's so funny?
Have like a monitor.
Legit, yeah.
So at that show, I remember we were doing sound check, and they were asking me what I wanted in my monitors.
You're like, my vocals.
And I said
damn.
I said vocals. I said the drums, homie. You know what I said? And people were looking at me crazy, like the drums, and I was like, yeah, dog. And they were like, why? I was like, well, that's the thing I connect with.
Why is that crazy?
I don't know. Everyone looked at me like,
People
you
think
serious?
guitars you need in there. Yes or I don't know.
You need drums. You need the rhythm.
Yeah.
So like that's the thing that I like. One that gets me the most hype is the drums,
Right.
and my drummer's really dope. Shout out to
Right.
Joel Jimenez. But that's what I vibe with the most, and that's what gets me the most
Yeah.
amped and like
course.
gives me that push
Yes.
Yeah.
to be a front man.
Right.
And so that's what I like to hear.
Yeah. I usually am like kick and snare.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Guitar.
So yeah.
And that's all I need.
Yeah.
Kick, snare, and guitar.
Mm-hmm.
That's smart.
Yeah. I'll even tell it's funny because I always tell Joe like, hey, I know we didn't record it this way, but do like add this thing right here because when you do that, it gives me like this boom, and I'm like I do this. I don't know. It just gives me like a
Yeah.
extra umph, and so he's like, oh, I got you, hell yeah. So that's what I like vibe with.
Mm-hmm.
Will this be your first show coming up where you're not wearing flat-footed Vans on stage?
Yeah.
Yo, my feet hurt.
I
was trying
can
to tell
imagine
him.
they do. Yeah.
Dude,
I
didn't.
wish somebody
I,
told me at a very young age, even when they
It's
were
important for the people listening.
in the
Vans.
I didn't know that.
time period, like back in the day.
Back in the day.
Everyone was like Air Force, like they were wearing Nike.
Yeah.
Oh, like
Yes.
the highs.
And,
Oh no, are you talking about like the shoes you wear now?
yeah,
Got it.
I mean, I don't know why I didn't wear those on stage so much. It was like definitely Vans and learned the hard way. You know,
Yes.
my
Dude,
feet were
'cause
punished for
they're- 'cause
years.
As cool as Ramones looked in Converse and Ian MacKaye and those Vans,
yeah.
that shit is no joke, man.
I mean, when you're
On your
going
ankles.
off, you definitely it
And I jump. Yeah, I
Yeah.
jump in the air a lot, and I just didn't know because I was like, damn, why the fuck do my feet hurt?
yeah, it's
I never put two and two together until he said something.
Well, because we were hanging out with Sam from Drain.
Sammy from Drain,
And he's
yeah.
like, yo, I changed. I was wearing Vans forever. Now I'm wearing Hokas.
Hokas, yeah.
It's like it's a game changer.
it's a game
Your
changer.
jumps are great because we see Derrick. We rock the same shoes you rock at Runyon on stage.
Freddie
You know what I mean?
too.
It's
Freddie.
impossible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everybody I know.
I can't wear any of those shoes that I wore in the past.
And as dope as that,
on stage.
dope as it looks like rocking
they
Vans,
look
jumping in the air.
incredible.
Yeah.
When you land, the shit does.
I was even watching. I was watching a recent a Youth of Today one, a more recent video of them. Ray, he was wearing like athletic shoes.
Oh, of course.
Yeah,
man.
definitely.
I just
He
didn't
still
know.
got jumps, man.
Yeah.
I just didn't
I mean,
know.
they did create those Vans that were more for like
Kush.
with
yeah,
the
the,
cushion.
It's okay though,
and,
man.
and I wore
Comfy
those for a
Kush.
little while.
Comfy
Yeah,
Kush.
Comfy
those
Kush,
are
Comfy
nice.
Kush.
Those are cute. But when it got to a professional level,
Yeah.
it was like, I need something that's like.
and you
seriously
felt the
supporting.
difference.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, 100%.
What do you think a major influences of Matt Peaceful?
Major influences, man, it comes from so many different places. It's weird because there was a guy that was asking me where I got a lot of my influences from. He goes, what about with this song when you wrote this one? It was just some kid that was geeking out after a show. It was the one fan we have. But
Shout him out. What's up?
shout him out. His name was Daniel. But he was asking me about a lot of songs. So honestly, the songs come from all over the fucking place.
I can see that.
Like the song Control that we have, that's
Maybe Janet Jackson influence.
Janet Jackson influence. No. That honestly, weirdly enough, I was listening to an Incubus song,
Nice.
and it's a harder song, but I was listening to this Incubus song, and it's old Incubus,
yeah.
and it was a harder Incubus song, and so I was listening to that, and also like there's like Orange 9 millimeter in that song
For sure.
as well, and then with a little twist of like Korn and Rage
So
in
cool.
a sense.
Yeah.
So that song, that's where a lot of that was coming from. The song that you're on, Only Way,
Yeah.
that's okay. So that influence from that song was like GBH, Give Me Fire, and Warzone, We're the Crew.
Sick.
So
It's a sick fucking mix.
So yeah,
I saw them play together at the Ritz once.
Yeah. So the
GBH
Warzone, We're the Crew, when it does the You'll Never Know. So that part, and also there. here's the deep cut for this one. Even the song's it's a fucking year old, but like it's an old one. But so that vibe of where the crew is like kind of like somewhat of the main riff, and then the verse of that song is like the GBH Give Me Fire.
Yeah.
And then the outro of the song after you and I stop singing, where one guitarist just goes off on a crazy solo, that's from Oasis.
Wow.
So I was listening to this Oasis song, and I wrote that song with Max.
That's right.
Max actually helped me write that song, Only Way.
Yeah.
In the garage, and I just had those three chords at the end. And then I was listening to this Oasis song, and it had a similar vibe at the end with those three chords. I think they do a little bit more, but it was the solo where he just carries it out. And so I called my guitarist, Chris, and I said, "Hey, listen to this part of this song." I said, "Just listen from this section to this section." And he was like, "Okay, cool." He's listening to it, and then I said, "Do that for to close out Only Way," because I was like, I don't know how to close this song out, and so I was trying to figure out what to do to close it out. Yeah. And then when I hit him with that, he just gave the crazy solo at the end that made sense with it, and it's got the two-step vibe to it at the end as well. And then, and then with Chase, he wrote that funkier one that we have that's more like hip hop.
Yeah. It's good. Yeah.
He wrote that one, and it goes into like a thrash riff for the verse.
Yeah, that's one of my faves actually.
So that one. It's funny, we didn't mean to make it funky, but Joel couldn't play it the way we wanted to, and so he just made it funky. And then he was like, "Man," he goes, I don't know. He goes, "I just feel this," and he said it in like a goofy way, and we were like, "That's it." And
it works, man.
And so it worked. A lot of the inspiration, I would say, damn, it comes from a lot of fucking places. Okay. Yeah, I would say, AF, Agnostic Front. I would say Black Flag, but also I'd say the songs I'm like writing now. Damn, they have like some like Nirvana influence.
It's cool.
It's because I listen to so much.
You listen to everything, dude.
But like I try to make it the core of it, like the punk and hardcore. But I just flare it up with like a lot of the things that I really really like.
Yeah,
spice
it up with everything.
Yeah, and so there's Under Oath.
I was going to ask you that. Like, how important was Under Oath? Obviously, I have a back tattoo, which I didn't even know until way later. Like, there was a big part of your life, Under Oath?
Under Oath, yes. I would say so. I never got into any band of that genre.
Yeah.
Like,
it just seems...
There's no other
band
I
everything you listen to, for me personally, that you ever talked about, it seems like to be the most obscure of everything you listen to.
It's a very obscure one.
Even with Slipknot, Korn, and stuff you like. I'm like, I get it.
And Counting Crows?
Yeah.
I don't get that.
But then the Under Oath, I was like, yo, that just seems so random to me.
So that band specifically, I just love their energy and their vibe.
Yeah.
And they have really great songs that I like. And also I'm fascinated with their drummer.
Okay.
Because the thing I watch the most when I'm at shows is the drummers.
Yeah.
And because I wish I could fucking drum.
Yeah.
That's why. But so their drummer is fucking amazing. His name's Aaron Gillespie, and he's just a powerhouse behind that kit. And then with all the rest of the guys, like it just brings off this like beefy energy, and they're like these little skinny white dudes, but it's so strong and powerful. And I love that I love when I hear a song and then I go see it live. It's like, fuck.
It's even better.
It's even better. And so, I'm a big Under Oath geek, but that was the only band of that genre that I actually got into. Like, I didn't get into any of those like metalcore type, where your hair's over your eye.
Yeah.
I didn't.
You ever try growing that?
Hell no. But that was the only band of that genre that I actually really, really liked, and because I just, think their songs are great and their vibe was dope, and they were just. I love when a band just goes out there and they just fuck shit up.
Yeah.
And then they get off stage and they're like, yeah, we already did it. You know,
Yeah.
like it's just like nothing. He put it all on the stage, and then they get off stage and
Another random one you have is Demon System Tat, which is an obscure hardcore band from Sweden.
Demon System 13.
Yeah, it looks like
from Sweden.
It looks like a gang tat. I was like, what is it?
It does look like a gang tat.
And so it's like the most obscure. But you ever heard of them before, Derrick?
No, never.
So Demon System 13 is a band from Umeå, Sweden.
Okay.
I think it's Umeå. Yeah, Sweden. And that Sweden had like a really, they probably still, I think they still do, because they're always coming out with newer bands and stuff, but a really, really, really dope hardcore scene. And I got into that hardcore before I actually got into like New York hardcore, New York hardcore, before I actually got into that stuff. So Demon System 13 was a band that just every fucking thing they did, every song they ever written is like Bible to me.
Dang.
You know,
how'd you hear of them? It's just so random.
Yeah.
Damn, that's a good question.
Totally random.
Was it through the Refused or something?
No, it wasn't. I found out about Refused because of Demon System 13.
Okay, yeah, that makes
so
sense.
that's how because the guitarist of Demon System 13, his brother is Dennis.
Wow. Okay.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Deep Dive Lacey. So
he's coming on the pod in May. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Shout out to Dennis.
And
Refused.
so shout out to Dennis. And so
I didn't say dentist.
Oh, got it.
I said Dennis.
Shout
out to my dentist.
Shout out to my
Need
dentist.
some more gold. I'm just kidding, guys.
That's another influence for our band, Refused.
Okay.
But anyway, so yeah, actually it was this guy I grew up with. His name was Dorian. I haven't seen him in years. I don't know where he's at. And we kind of lost contact. But he was the only other black dude that fucked with the music
with the name Dorian.
Yeah, Dorian.
Wow.
Yeah, Dorian Hall.
Okay.
I don't know where the fuck he's at now. I haven't seen him in years. But he was a crust punk. He was one of those crust punk.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Dorian.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of the Dorian Gray.
Oh, got it. And so when we were younger, like he would show me a lot of he showed me MDC.
Nice.
Yeah, that's how I discovered MDC. He had a tape. He had a VHS of one of their live shows, and I was like, dude, this fucking band's amazing. Yeah. And so he showed me MDC.
We love MDC.
Me,
Derrick, and Shapel, we sing it so loud in the car. Every fucking song.
Every song.
MDC was so ahead of the game with their lyrics, everything they sang.
Oh, way ahead of the game.
Fuck.
And so he had this CD, and he put it on. It was Demon System 13.
Okay.
And then I was like, who the fuck are these guys? And he goes, oh, it's this band. Like he would just go buy shit. If it looks cool, he would take it off the shelf and then and then I was like, can I borrow it? And I never gave it back. So I kept that damn CD and I ripped through this CD and I remember when I was in school, I got kicked out of one of my classes, and so I had to sit in like homeroom, which homeroom was like you just sit in like this computer room. Yeah. And so I would go on the computer and I started searching Demon System 13, right? Search Demon System 13, and then there was other bands, but it was showing me all Swedish bands.
That's cool.
So I learned about all these like Swedish bands through
Abananda.
Raised Fist.
Yeah, I know, but you just caught me off guard. Abananda.
That was a big band. Abananda.
Raised Fist.
Raised Fist.
He
Yeah.
came at me so strong.
Shout out to Daniel the Swede, man.
Entombed.
For real?
Yeah, man.
Deeper than that. There's this band called Kriegshot that was really dope. Another band called Epileptic Terror Attack. This other band called The Vectors.
Chill out, Arizona, bro.
I know. So like I was.
Have you ever
like,
heard of Slam?
No. There's another band called Masgrav. That's another really. They're like super fast core band that also from Sweden. Not from. I don't think they're from Umeå. I think they're from Stockholm. And so those
the Gothenburg scene is very strong as well. It's
strong. But yeah, a lot of these bands, like I would just discover a lot of these bands.
You ever get into them? I know they're not.
No, I didn't get into In Flames or anything like that.
Big straight edge vegan scene. Sweden was thriving in that world, man.
Sweden always has like banging bands that just come out. And it's just incredible rhythm.
Yeah,
unbelievable rhythm.
And you know
I like the sounds.
The
sounds are
like
always
the sounds are so different.
Is always the top. It was always impressed me how incredible.
And how great musicians they are.
And one of the biggest producers is from Sweden. It does all the pop and Britney Spears and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I forgot his name.
He's like the head guy.
They
He's
do
done
every pop song.
every pop song that we could ever think of.
Makes sense.
But so like I was like super super deep with like those bands. Those were the bands where I was like, and I actually got to see Epileptic Terror Attack in like 2002. They played the Nile Underground in Arizona, and I was so like I was fanboy. And meanwhile, there's probably
no way, you?
Yeah. Meanwhile, there's probably like 40 people in the damn audience because it's like a band from Sweden, but I knew who the fuck they were. I was up front, I was singing, and it was just like that moment still lives heavy in my fucking head. But so yeah, I discovered a lot of that stuff before I actually got into like hardcore in the States.
And what are the lyrics you have here? Where's
Which
that
ones?
from? You have lyrics
Where on this chest?
Yeah, written here. You have like scripts.
Oh, I have Raw Power.
No, but there's
Iggy
some other writing too.
Oh,
Oh,
Raw
no,
Power,
that's
Iggy
Modest
Pop.
Mouse.
Modest Mouse lyrics.
Yeah, that says this is a part of me that needs medication.
You're a big Modest Mouse head too.
Big Modest Mouse head.
Massive. Yeah, you know that. Yeah.
Who knew?
Yeah, massive.
Massive.
Yeah, I love Modest Mouse. That's like because the connection with Modest Mouse, my best friend, who passed away in 2009. When we were in elementary school, he showed me Modest Mouse, and Modest Mouse was like that was Bible
His
to
jam,
him. His jam, and so then I loved it too because I was just like, oh, it's actually like really good. It wasn't just because we were friends, but that I liked it. I wasn't being biased. It was I fucking loved that damn band.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean I do all my deep dives.
I love that.
I know too fucking much.
Speaking about deep diving in the ocean, Shapel hates the ocean. I try to bring him to the beach. He pretty much runs off the sand.
Ocean's garbage.
But I want to talk about the reason why you hate the ocean and what happened when you were young.
I wasn't that young.
How old were you?
That was
10 years ago.
Tragic event.
It's an interesting event.
It is okay. So listen.
Okay.
First of all, fuck the ocean.
The story's never been told on the podcast.
No, I don't think I've ever told it on the podcast.
Let's
Maybe
go.
I have.
Deep
Maybe I
dive,
haven't.
son. What up?
Okay.
So I remember. So my brother I was living in Orange County, right? Then like 2013. What?
Nothing. It's so crazy, Orange County. Man.
Yeah.
This is like the orange curtain.
Well, because I moved out to Orange County because I was like, oh, I want to do comedy in LA, but I didn't realize the distance. And then I was like, this is fucking far. And I was working at a hotel in Anaheim. And I remember after my brother died, I was super bummed out. And there's these two dudes that I worked with.
They're like, bro, come to OC. Come live out here, man.
One's Asian, one's black.
Oh.
Ernest and Benny. Shout out to Ernest and Benny. I'm even shocked that I remember names like that. But shout out to Ernest and Benny. They were like, yo, well, let's go boogie boarding. I was like, what the fuck is that? And then they were like, well, you have like a board and you body surf or whatever. And so I was like, okay, I was like, fuck this. You know what? Like, my brother passed. I was like, I wanted to uplift myself. I wanted to do something great. Mm-hmm. I wanted to almost like live like you're dying, live like, as if you were dying, like if you didn't have tomorrow. And I remember I went to this fucking ocean. We went to Huntington Beach and I'm out here in the ocean and they were like, yeah, let's paddle out. I was like, hell yeah. Never swim in the fucking ocean, but let's paddle out. We got these damn boogie boards. Let's fucking
Were they aware that you've never swam in the ocean?
I'm not going to. Do you think I'm going to tell them?
Yeah,
I'm not going to tell these guys. So we're out there and, they're killing it. I'm somewhat trying, I'm just kind of, and then all of a sudden, I'm just getting pulled back further and further away from and I thought the wave was going to push me forward. I was like, why is this wave pulling me backwards? And then my buddy he wasn't too far from me. He was right next to me. And all of a sudden a boat comes up and gets him, right?
What do you mean, gets him?
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck's wrong? And then this lifeguard swimming up to me, and she was like, I got to save you. And I was like, the fuck you got to save me for? And she was like, you're getting caught in
undertow?
A current or riptide?
Yeah, one of those things.
Whatever the fucking when the water is just like spinning in a weird way,
undertow.
and it like pulls you under.
Right.
And so I was like, oh, okay. I was like, well, I'll just get out of it, And she was like, no, I made contact with you. I have to save you. And I was like, listen, lady. I was like, I think I got this, okay? And so anyways, I didn't realize that that I was drowning,
Wow.
but I was. And so this little 18-year-old girl fucking saved me from the goddamn ocean. And meanwhile, I didn't realize the whole time that I had a floating device. to help me the fuck out with this.
Right.
I didn't realize the boogie. I was on the damn thing, but I didn't realize it was like a floating device. Listen,
Were you panicking though?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask.
I kind of was, because I was like, why do I keep going further and further away from the fucking beach?
Yeah.
And so this little girl, bless her heart, because it was summertime, she had to be like 18 years old or I don't know, whatever. Is that how those fucking? And she pulled me all the way back to the goddamn shore. Is that what it's called, shore?
That's the last time you really fucked with the ocean.
That's the last time I ever fucked with the ocean.
Wow.
I ain't going back in that son of a bitch.
Oh man.
You can't get me back in the fucking ocean.
Huh.
After that, everybody looking at me on the beach, and I'm black. The fuck you thinking? You think I'm going back in there to relive that experience?
What about you, Derrick?
Bro, there's a strong stereotype that.
Bro, and I was in It was in Huntington Beach. Toby, it was in Huntington Beach.
No, I know.
Where the fuck you think I'm gonna go back? It was in HB.
I'm still shocked you fucking lived there.
All these white people looking at me like, damn.
They're like, we
didn't think
people can't swim.
Yeah, we didn't think it was that. We didn't think it was true.
Do you swim in the ocean, D?
Not often, but I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you ever boogie board?
No. I've never been really a strong swimmer. I had dramatic experiences as a kid of almost drowning a few times, and then it just kind of terrified me. But then I decided to get over that with my son and swimming with him and seeing he's a phenomenal swimmer and he loves to be in the water. So I was learning, from him, a lot of times, which was a lot of fun.
Yeah. That's
but
cool.
See, listen.
But the ocean, I don't.
No one's a fucking strong swimmer in the goddamn ocean.
Nah.
Listen, even a surfer could get fucked up.
It's true.
True.
I gotta like that. That's big ass water, bro. If you don't give me a fucking 7-foot pool and let me chill,
but that undertow is it's
like why you gotta give me fucking an ocean?
Yeah, ocean. It can be terrifying.
It's terrifying.
I know there was a band that went to Brazil. I can't remember the band, unfortunately, but 2 of the members died.
Really?
From being pulled out. In the north of Brazil.
While they're on tour, like this.
It was super tragic.
You see what I'm saying?
Oh my god.
Yeah,
and there's sharks there.
Listen,
a lot.
You see?
Yeah.
Listen, we talking about the ocean. We're not talking about a regular pool.
Yeah.
Massive, wild, unexplored, terrifying.
You know what's so funny though? Now that I think about it,
respect to the ocean.
I can't remember the last time I actually got in a fucking pool.
Damn.
You have a problem with pools?
Nah, I just never think to go in a pool.
No, you kill the cold plunge though.
Oh yeah, I do the cold plunge.
Yeah, but your head's above water. You're chilling. You can control that.
I can control that.
And you hated snowboarding too your first time,
fucking
right?
hated snowboarding.
And that was this recent. Well, you don't like snowboarding?
I like snowboarding. I just don't like snow.
I love snow.
Yeah.
I love snow. Hate snowboarding.
Yeah, that's okay. You don't have
everyone was talking all this shit like, oh, you're gonna be so good at it because you skate and all this shit. It's different.
It's different.
And I'm like, bro, I'm just like,
yeah,
bro. The first 30 minutes I lasted. Me and my homie, we were there for 2 hours.
Wow.
I like snowboarding, but
we were there. 30 minutes. I was like, dude, I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna enjoy myself. Don't worry, I'm not mad. I'm not upset. I'm happy that I can go sit the fuck down. I was like, I'm returning all my gear.
I remember you were just like, never again.
Never again.
Damn.
Never again.
I'm going a couple weeks. I'm excited and I'm nervous. I don't want to get hurt, man.
Yeah.
Like I'm 1 month before I go on tour for the first time in 3 years in Europe.
Definitely need to be careful.
I'm tripping on it, dude. Like I want to just be cruising and I'm gonna just go fucking sledding or some shit or tubing.
Sledding?
They have it there. $30 to go sledding or tubing.
Sledding? You fucking 6 years old?
Sledding.
He said sledding.
Yeah, he's taking the safe way.
Gosh, fucking.
Do you have goals set for yourself this year? Do you ever do that?
Set your goals.
Do you set goals and try to thrive for them? We just you just living your life.
That's actually a very, very interesting question, or interesting that you did ask that, because for the longest time I did not set goals.
Yeah.
Because
2020.
Because I had a goal to be able to boogie board, and when it didn't happen, no, just kidding. No, there's one time I did set a goal. I set a goal to cheer at a really good fucking university, and shout out to University of Louisville. And I made the team and everything, and it was like my goal to dream to be there. But I did have to leave. It was a very short-lived experience for me.
Yeah.
But I did find stand-up through that. But I was pretty bummed that I didn't get to have the the Louisville cheer experience that I wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
And I had blamed a lot of things as to why it never happened. So, and I stopped setting goals because of that.
Yeah.
Because that was and I was like, I'm gonna just live my life and whatever fucking happens, happens. But I didn't realize that when you set goals and when you set a goal, you have to understand the things you got to do to set the goal. Like you can't just set it. You can't just set a goal and like, oh, I have a goal to do this, and then you just expect it to happen. And I think that's what I expected. And so I was like, oh, I'll never set a goal because I thought that's how goals fucking worked.
Yeah.
But obviously I was young to be able to think about. But it was actually Matty Matheson that got me to set goals again, just hearing his story and listening to him talking about how he set a goal for this. Yeah. But then when he's explained that he set this goal, he had a whole plan. And so that's the thing, when you set a goal, you also have to have a plan. So when I had set the goal to cheer at University of Louisville and do all this stuff, and I didn't take care of myself financially. Mm-hmm. I didn't take care of myself in school. Like I had all the skills and all the talent to be on this team and made the team, but I didn't. There's a lot of things around that I did not take care of because I didn't have the focus or the understanding of how to set a goal, and I became really bitter with goals because of it. So then it wasn't until that Matty Matheson episode that I actually started to set goals. And so the goals that I have is to film my first comedy special. Yep. My first like full length comedy special. And for a long time I didn't want to do it, and I said I just sat back on it for a while, and mainly that's because I was like, I need to feel it. Yeah. I was like, I gotta feel that it's like something that it's like there.
You don't want to force it.
Yeah, I didn't want to force it. I didn't want to do it just because I'm a comedian and I have to put out a comedy special.
You think timing is key too?
I do think timing is key, and I do follow my intuition a lot. Shout out to Jewel for it's a great song, by the way.
Great song.
Jewel, if you're listening,
shout out.
Shout out,
big listener,
Jewel,
big subscriber,
big subscriber to the One Life One.
I follow her.
Yeah, shout out to Jewel.
Yeah.
So give Derrick a follow back, yo.
But give us a follow back, please. We some true fans here.
Jewel fans.
Yeah, Jewel fans.
Ooh, collab.
I saw Jewel. I saw you sing with Foo Fighters in 2015. So big Jewel fan.
She used to date a friend of mine too. I'm not gonna say his name. I'll tell you.
What?
But do a duet, Derrick and Jewel. I'm just gonna put it out there for this year.
We'll put it out there.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
We'll put it out there. But I do.
Derrick's
think,
blushing, by the way.
Thanks, guys.
So.
But yes, I do think timing is a thing, and so I think the last in December I went did some shows in Phoenix. I did a weekend in Phoenix, and that was when I felt it, because I was just like, oh shit, like this set is becoming really consistent. Like every show was really good, because there's times where I'll do a show where like, one or two are probably off, but that weekend every show was really good. And so, and now, and like, we're going on the road more so recently. Yes, I'm starting to feel the consistency of this headlining set. Yeah. So with that being said, I was just like, then it's time to, because that's the energy you got to go off of. If you're feeling it and the crowd is consistently fucking with it, whether
and
whether
getting bigger too.
Yeah, whether the show is sold out or if it isn't, if it's somewhat okay, because I'm not selling out every show, but I'll sell out maybe one or two over the weekend, but of the 5. But for the most part, the shows are starting to become more packed. It's just the energy is like there for it, and so I'm really excited to put all this stuff out and let it be the art piece that it is.
Right, and when you do your comedy special, let me guess, will it probably be in Phoenix where you do the live, or is there a place that you have in mind that you want to do it when you want to record your live special?
Yeah, I want to do it in Phoenix.
Yeah, I would figure.
Yeah. I want to do it. That's dope. But what's so funny? Phoenix is my least favorite place to perform.
Interesting.
Wow. But
shout out to Mesa though, where he's from. Man.
Shout out to Mesa.
Don't forget your roots. We're here, man.
No. It's because there was one time my first headline. Like I've been living out here in LA. I'm was starting to headline a little bit, and then the club I came up in, they're like, "Hey, we want to give you your first headlining weekend in Arizona," and I said, "Let's fucking do it."
Yeah,
right?
Of course.
Let's fucking do it. And I was so excited. And I remember I go to do this weekend. A lot of people I knew came out, and they were the worst fucking audience I've ever.
Damn.
Because they were shouting.
Same.
They were shouting at me, and you got to realize, okay, when friends come to your shows, they don't look at you, and I get it. They don't look at you as like you're doing a comedian.
You see you at Shapel. Our
They
friend.
know me. They knew me before I was a comedian.
Yeah,
Right.
man.
You know, so they see me at Chappelle. So like, a lot of them really, really, really do respect it. This is how I know the ones that really respect it. The ones that actually buy a ticket to come see the show.
Facts.
The ones that reach out and ask
We know that.
ask me for tickets. Those are the ones that usually do the worst with being an
We're
audience
supporting
member.
our friends. Get us on the list.
Yeah, get us on the list. But the ones that like actually buy a ticket and show up and like those ones are good. But there's some, man, they just yell at me. There was one that was just like, "Yo, man, it's me, fucking blah blah blah," and I was like, it's like in the middle of a joke.
What?
So yeah, it was. I did hate it, but what's happened to me now is that I've like kind of outgrown that and I have a lot more fans now. So it's like kind of like growing away from just friends and family showing up to the shows.
Right.
That being the majority of the people at the shows. Now it's like actual fans that really do fuck with me. So that's why I want to do it in Phoenix, and it's exciting, and it's where I started, and I don't know, I just fully believe I could pull it off and make something really fucking good. I'm just feeling really good about it, and I love being silent on it. Like I said, I don't post a lot of clips of much of anything, but this is because I'd rather just build on this thing, and then I'd rather that be the product that people see. Like I don't want people to see these crowd work clips because it's like I just don't like that energy at my shows. I fucking hate when people shout at me when I'm on stage.
I didn't realize that there was that many people like kind of like heckling or being loud. I thought people had a better understanding about what it is to go to a comedy show to shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
Here
and
to watch and listen.
Pardon my
and
French.
here's the thing: I'm not knocking that people post crowd work clips because it pops up on you guys' feeds, right? Like comedians crowd work.
Yeah.
Like
No.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So like I get it. A lot of people have been able to build a following off of it.
Yeah.
And a lot of people have been able to become ticket sellers off of that stuff, and it's done a lot for people. But for me personally, I just love doing straight up material.
Yeah.
And I'd rather work so hard to be so interesting within that 50 minutes than not saying I don't know, like it, because I don't want to make it sound like it's a diss to those people, but there's just something about the way I want to present myself as a comedian, and I don't want to present that's what I'm trying to say. I don't want to present myself as a comedian like just doing crowd work, even though I can do it.
Yeah.
I mean, you've seen me live and you've seen me do it where I could just fucking riff about a person for fucking 10 minutes, but it's cool, it's funny, but I just love the art of writing a structured joke, and that's what I'm excited to film and put out there, and that's something that I would actually like clip up and like post.
Yeah.
Because that's actual material, and it's something that I already filmed and had a lot of fun with, and now it's on to the new thing.
What? Go ahead.
I was gonna say, do you think what's easier or harder? Because there's certain comedians that write things about their life, which is absolutely, for me, I think really connects a lot more with me. It's like powerful.
Yeah.
And then there's some that can write stuff that's totally fictitious, make up things.
Yeah.
And they're set. And I think that would be more difficult to do.
That is pretty difficult.
But when somebody has done, they're like, I made that up.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah,
I was like, that was good.
It's
You're
like
a good
kind of crazy. Like, God
that was
damn.
crazy. Like
Yeah.
the detail of it. They're like, get your head there, where you start imagining what they're talking about.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, that's something that's really special as well. I love that ability of people who can create out of something that necessarily didn't happen to them, but create around the story and just build on it, So do you think it's easier for you to write about things that have happened to you that you experienced, or do you think you can write fictitious, like make up
I actually don't really pay attention to a lot of stuff, so I always tell people, I don't have any hot takes on what's going on in the world.
Right.
Because I don't really pay attention to much like of what's going on in the world because this may sound odd to you guys because you guys are around me a lot, but I am pretty introverted. Like I don't necessarily like just talk to everybody. Like if I'm in a situation where like, so say if it's you, like I'm around you two,
right?
But meanwhile, there's a bunch of other people in here that I don't know. I'll probably be the quiet one,
right?
It's just how I operate. So a lot of my comedy is like introspective. So I just a lot of it comes from just stuff of like looking within and being able to laugh about shit that was once a crazy thing. Like one of my favorite jokes to tell is about my abusive stepfather. Right. That's like one of my favorites. It's just funny because it's like, you know, because it's so funny that it's like just to think about it because it's like that was a thing. Right. And I think there's just so much power in laughing at it. Yeah. Yeah. And because I have all the power when I laugh at it, and it's organic, it's real, and it's taken me a lot to get there. I'm sure. Yeah, right? It's taking me a while to be able to laugh at that. Yeah, you know that's crazy. And I got bored, and also I was bored of like hating him. Right. I got bored of it,
and it's tiring.
You know, it's tiring. It's exhausting. Yeah. And it's just too much. And it's like, man, you could be using your energy for other shit. Absolutely. You know, and the thing is like when I talk about my abusive stepfather on stage, I don't talk bad about him. Like I don't like call him a piece of shit or anything like that. I just make it funny. You know, because when I first started working that joke, it was a thing that was kind of tough because I was like, man, why are people laughing at this? And then as I was like listening back, I was like, oh, I'm still mad. Yeah. So then I was able to find the, you know, so I was like, okay, well, how do I get not mad at this person anymore? And I was like, oh, well, then I just started learning about him. I just started asking my mom questions about his upbringing and where he came from and all this shit. And so when I did that, that's when that's the power of watching my sets. Right. Because I just learned so much and, you know, and I think that's the only way you can really learn how to, you know, so I looked at this set and I was like, oh, I'm upset. Right. You know, like I see it, like even like my facial expressions on stage, like I could just see that I was upset about my, you know, about it. So it's like, you got to change that.
That's amazing though, because it relates to the audience. You know, I think it's great. Like when you can see that you're okay with it, you're able to deal with it, you challenge it, you know, you're able to confront that fear. And now it's something the past. And I mean, I was watching Raw and Eddie Murphy was talking about his father. It was like abusive shit, you know, but he did it in such a way where it's just like, oh my God, I can't help but laugh. You know, this
situation, it's fucked up. Yeah.
You know, it's fucked up. You know, a lot of shit they used to say was like, Lillian,
rules in the house. Rule number one. You cannot go outside. Something like that.
And it was just like, oh shit.
Yeah,
like,
it's so funny.
You just can't help yourself, but it's like, okay.
Yeah, and that's the beauty of it, man. And I think that's what has made me move forward in the world is like not being upset at because I'm like, man, if I'm not upset at my stepfather, then it's made me real. And that was a person that was fucking evil towards me. Right. So the fact that I can forgive him, it's just made me walk through life a lot smoother.
And it's heavy to carry that with yourself your whole life.
Oh, that's a heavy amount of weight.
Now you're like venting about it when you do stand-up, you're just getting it out more.
Yeah, it's just getting it out in such a fun way. And I always tell people, like, I'm like, because people sometimes, you know, they'll be like, oh, how could he have done that to you? But I'm like, yo, fucking chill. All right. I was like, I don't want you to hate him. Yeah. Like, if I don't hate him, you shouldn't fucking hate him.
Yeah,
right.
And first of all, he ain't your stepdaddy, motherfucker.
Right.
He ain't hit you.
Right.
So what the fuck you telling me? I can't believe he did that. Also, he was 17 when he fucking came into my life.
Yeah.
Think about fucking being 17 and be like, I'm gonna be a stepdaddy.
That's crazy, man.
That's crazy. So of course he was gonna be bad at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he dropped out of school too. Damn. He dropped out to be a stepdad.
Dropped out to be a stepdad.
Yeah, who fucking does that?
Yeah.
When is the last time you really bombed?
Oh, because Brittany says I don't bomb.
I'm just wondering, yeah.
Last time I really bombed? Shit.
I don't want to jinx you moving forward either.
Damn, I mean, fucking a bomb is a bomb. I mean, I you go through the shit.
Last time you bombed and how?
Oh, last time I bombed? I thought I bombed that show that you guys saw me at.
Oh, no. No way.
Nah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call that a bomb
You know,
at all. Not even close.
No, you know what's crazy about that? Because we played shows. Oh shit.
Damn, D-Block.
I'm gonna take a picture. I got this really silly small mic stand because
That's just a horrible mic stand.
sorry. Sure, microphone sent it to me.
Actually, the
So-
stand
When
is
you-
fine.
when
You
we
just
do-
Sure.
knock
Yo,
in the cord.
when we do the fucking post where it's like us three in the
He's gonna
picture,
hold it.
But yeah.
So
What
it's
were you
funny
saying,
you
though?
say that because sometimes people go to your shows and you feel like you had a
that's
really
true.
bad show and your
Yeah,
friends like, yo, you
yeah.
freaking killed it. So it's like,
This is true.
and then the rest of the night, like, oh, we whack, blah, blah. How long do you carry? If you feel like you bombed, how long does that stay into your life?
No, that shit leaves.
By the time you get home, but when you're driving home, are you analyzing why you think you did? By the time you get home, like you're trying to
No, because I've pretty much figured it out when I'm on stage.
Okay.
Like I've gotten better about understanding that what went wrong. I'm like, oh, that's what happened. You know, and I figured it out because I'll figure it out right on stage. Because there's times, yes, like my main focus with all the shows that I have coming up, all the weekends I'm going out to do. There is this thing where, I do just want to stay strictly material.
Yeah.
But sometimes, man, it's so you could just feel the awkwardness.
Are
in the air.
you watching the openers? Let's say for you, like in the audience reaction.
No, because a lot of
Okay.
times it's just so different.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, like it's just so different.
It's like
you
us
know?
watching opening acts for our bands too.
Or then I know I'm like, maybe we shouldn't play this song.
Because I've seen.
If you see the crowd going
Yeah,
crazy
yeah.
for being right before you
Oh,
go on,
really?
you're like,
Right.
damn, we
Sometimes
gotta
that
step
can
it up.
happen. Yeah, we either step it up or we should maybe change the set around because the
Mhm.
audience seems a little.
Yeah, because there's times where like an opener is like bombed going before me, and then I've gone up and like the
killed
room
it.
is like
Yeah,
thunderous.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So
I've
like
seen
it's
sets like
Of
that.
course.
yeah. So
Yeah.
it is interesting,
I
but
guess
like
it's different.
sometimes I'll call it out, and then when I call it out, a lot of times, they're like, oh, okay, but also like another weird thing is like me being a bigger dude and walking on stage. A lot of times, people are really weird about it
Yes.
because you
Intimidated, man.
don't
Yeah.
see a lot of like you don't just see too many big ass comedians.
True.
Most comedians are like just fucking scrawny people.
Yeah.
Or really big.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like so a lot of times when you see one that's like of my stature that's I look like a linebacker, so they're like, the fuck is he gonna say that's funny?
Yeah.
I'm just scared of this motherfucker. Is he gonna jump in the crowd at one point? And
Yeah.
so yeah, like I feel it, and I like to feel it out, and I like to like throw things out there, and
Mhm.
just to get them, and then once I get them, crack them open that way. Like that was the thing I noticed. Okay, so I'll explain that set to you. That
Yeah,
you
well, I
guys
think
saw
you
me at.
bombed.
So the top of the set, like it was like they just weren't really fucking rolling, and it wasn't until I like cut the tension at a certain point where I was just like, I think I said, you guys want me to juggle or something? I think I said like, I think I said something like that. Would you guys want me to saw a body in half or something? Like that usually like clears it.
I can understand that.
And so then once I clear it, like the rest of the set is like gold.
But that can happen also in a music setting.
Totally.
Like
Oh,
where
really?
Oh yeah, where it's like we played
Really?
shows in Germany, and I remember the specific festival, and I was like, wow,
really,
this is like all like older people.
Yeah.
Like ourselves, Toby and I.
Just staring at you?
And just like kind of staring, and they're there for, in order to go to that festival, they had to pay for like a cabin. They had to have jobs. They had to like working. And so they weren't there to like jump around in the pit. They were there to like drink some beers, have some fun, watch some music.
Totally.
And so, you just start laughing. Like in the first song, they're just like kind of like there. And then my guitarist was like, yeah, we're celebrating life. He was like, are you guys really alive?
Yeah.
This is like, and there's just like kind of like dig into the audience, like, yo, what's going on? You guys, this is Saturday night. Are you, it's not a Monday night, kind of
100%.
dig in. And once they feel that you're a little more connected with them and joking with them, that can help.
Yeah.
Tremendously.
Because here's the thing. I never
you
want
break the
to. I
tension.
never
Yeah.
want to blame an audience
Awkwardness.
No, of
as
course
to
not.
why I didn't do good. But if I'm doing 5 shows over the weekend at the same venue,
I know.
Right.
and then
Yeah.
one is like weird. Yeah, there's something, I don't know what the fuck it is. Because
Yeah.
I'm like, bitch, I'm doing the same. I did this last night.
But it's not necessarily you either all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not
Yes,
necessarily me.
absolutely.
But also, sometimes there's crowds that'll come up. They're like, that wasn't bad. But
And
like,
you felt it was different.
Yeah.
but because a lot of times they don't necessarily. Sometimes
Yeah.
I don't know how collectively these audiences just come together, where it's an audience that they just enjoy by watching.
Yeah.
And I'm, just strictly by watching.
Yeah.
So it's interesting navigating
Right.
the whole thing, but
I think then in those moments you just have to focus on what you do, what you came to do, and not worry so much about the surrounding. Because like Toby was saying, there's some shows where people are like, that was amazing. And in your head, you're like, that was garbage.
Yeah.
It's garbage. And I beat myself down at certain shows. They may not know like the details of certain things, but it's just important to stay focused on what you came there to do.
Yeah.
I found
Exactly.
out in the past, don't stress so much if things are going bad on stage or something's going. If you lead into that and follow that energy, it will go that way.
It will go that way.
100%.
You say keep it moving, man.
Yeah, you got to set your mind like, okay, let's move on. This didn't go right. It's that's life.
it happens.
Move forward in the set.
Yeah, nobody ever came up to us and said, that was a great show at the last Arizona time we played. You guys were there. I'm glad you guys were there. Nobody said you guys killed it. And I'm glad you guys were there, witnessed our last show in Arizona.
Yeah,
that's the last time we bombed.
That's one of the funnier, because that motherfucker. But you got to realize, Toby, that
Chappelle's first time seeing.
Oh,
that's my first time.
I was in the audience.
I
was in the audience.
What's so funny is that
witnessing
you got to
everything.
realize you played at 3 p.m. hot in June in Arizona.
Yeah.
I don't know
beating sun, like
beating
in the
sun,
audience. I was like, oh my god,
because you
got to
realize where we were at. That used to be where that festival was at. That was an old water
park.
It was an old water
with
park.
No water.
So where the audience was, it was white. Like the floor was white.
Yeah.
So the sun was beating on that, which reflects back onto like people.
No,
so
I
it's
And I was in the audience, but there were people there that were getting into it. So you were seeing. I had a different perspective of the show.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Derrick. I appreciate you, Chappelle. Shout out to Arizona. I need to get back there and play.
So that was the last time you
club
bombed?
show.
Yeah, I guess the last time I bombed that I feel is a bomb for me is the show that you guys saw me at.
Wow,
It's so crazy.
That's
I didn't feel
crazy.
that.
The
Yeah,
last
I
show,
didn't
the
feel
last
that.
show
I
you
think
guys saw me at.
I think it started off slow and then you just like killed it. Like it came back and people were like, "All right, you got the audience."
Maybe I'm just spoiled by like.
And you went off on the one dude like, "What's wrong, man?"
Yeah. That's when I said, "Dude, I'm not gonna hurt you."
Yeah.
then he like uncrossed his arms and he was like, "Oh, okay." So a lot of times when I do say that, like, "Oh, I'm not gonna hurt you,"
Yeah.
then the audience is like, "Ooh." It also depends on where I'm at, what city. I'm in.
I would think so.
You know what I mean? So like certain cities are
like
like,
if you're in New York, it's like, I didn't think you were gonna hurt me.
Yeah. Like if I do it in New York or like Philly, like I know,
Like, yo,
no one's
I didn't
thinking
have
that.
that
Yeah,
feeling.
none of those people have that feeling.
Right.
But like
Midwest.
Orange County.
Also, since the Morses adopted you, pretty much, you're like 99.9% vegan. I always break your balls about it, but I'm really proud of you. You changed your whole shit up.
Yeah. I haven't had meat since
Tuesday.
I think it'll be a year in April.
Wow.
A year
really?
in April. Yeah. It'll be a year in April.
Damn.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably the best I've ever felt.
Okay.
And shout out to your dad who's vegan.
Oh yeah, my dad.
Yeah.
He's full on vegan. Like that's
So
his fucking world. He loves it.
Nice.
And,
So cool.
You know,
You feel like it's helped your life and changed your life?
yeah.
You noticed the changes?
Oh, big time.
There's
big time.
changes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
For
Yeah,
real.
big time. Like I mean, I even notice when I do workouts now,
Yeah.
my energy for the workout has been a lot better. And it's just made me be on my toes with a lot, because I mean, obviously, like being black, high blood pressure, you know what I'm saying? And I actually feel like I just feel so much fucking better because of it.
Mm-hmm.
And so, only thing that drives me crazy is when I fucking can't do the impossible meat all the fucking time.
No, you don't, and you
I was
don't,
like, bro,
and you don't have to.
You don't have to.
I know. Well, you fucking.
And
Well, help me out, huh?
I know. And you were diagnosed with high blood pressure in high school.
In high school. Damn, how you know that?
You know what I mean? So that they put you on
How'd
a
you
pill.
know
They
that?
put you on a pill for that.
He said diagnosed.
They
Yeah,
put you on the pills.
they had me on a pill for that.
Because back then doctors weren't saying, "Hey, it could be your diet. This is give you this pill."
Which
but now
is-
more
a lot of
now
stuff
more
with
doctors
high
is-
blood pressure
Yeah.
is the fucking diet.
I know.
It's usually
If you,
the diet.
it's usually
Yes,
with a lot of
absolutely.
cholesterol, like
Right.
all that stuff is all
Oh yeah.
through the fucking. I'm no doctor or nothing, but
Yeah.
from what I've discovered,
It's-
and then going to get
it's
like
facts.
going to get my checkups, it's always been the fucking
diet and also a collective of exercise.
Exercise,
like
yeah. Because you got to get your heart rate up.
Right, absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like you got to, working out, getting the heart rate up. I'm no Huberman, but I be listening.
I know.
but yes, I love paying attention to this stuff. This was another goal of mine to I feel like I owe it to myself. I did get pretty big. I weighed the most I've ever weighed in my life at 274. I don't know what I'm at right now.
But you were getting swole. You were doing like heavy lifting with those dudes, so it was like a different animal of you. You were like doing all the weight training.
Yeah, but when I had stopped doing that weight stuff, I just got big.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Because I like food. Food tastes good.
But
so I got the biggest I've ever been, in my life, and so I'm working a lot of it off now. I mean, 274. That's pretty damn big for me.
That's big.
Yeah, right.
That is a linebacker.
But what's so funny is like some people are like, you don't look it. People think I'm like 220. I go,
you don't look it down.
Who the fuck are you looking at?
What's the hardest part about going full vegan for you think, honestly? I know they egg sandwich in the morning or no more.
I've been weaning off of that.
Yeah.
So I don't do it.
And you're
I don't
cooking
do it all
more
the time.
too. You're cooking.
Yeah, cook a lot more.
Scrambling shit.
Yeah, cook a lot more at home because I just enjoy. I enjoy what I put in my body, like based off of me, because a lot of time at a lot of restaurants they're adding a lot more stuff. That's why it tastes so fucking good.
True.
I'm not saying that my food doesn't taste good, but a lot of times where I look at it, I go, "Oh, I don't have to add all that. I just fucking do this, and it gives enough flavor."
Less is more, man.
To the food, and
you can make a lot of the stuff at home that they're making. They're not doing, it's not like rocket science that they're doing.
Exactly, and I enjoy the art of cooking. Like actually a lot.
Yeah.
I actually think that's like a dope art.
It's therapeutic too, I think.
Therapeutic and it's just cool when like you make something and then all of a sudden you eat it and I'm like, damn, that fucking tastes good.
And you made it yourself.
Yeah, and I made it.
Derek's an excellent cook.
Yeah,
man.
yeah. And that's like another goal to like get really good at is like cooking. And I just get excited being in the kitchen, like I love Gordon Ramsay. I love Gordon. Shout out to Gordon Ramsay. I love that motherfucker. You want to know why?
Why?
Why do you think I love Gordon Ramsay?
October 31st is your date of birth.
Think about
I went to the party and did the Smurf.
Take a guess as to why I would like.
I'm not sure.
Gordon Ramsay.
Ramsay. More Derek probably might more know about Gordon Ramsay.
Why? I'm curious.
He likes Black Flag?
No. Because that motherfucker would get angry on people.
He's very angry.
Okay.
He would pop on people.
Okay.
And so, like, I just connected with this angry chef.
That is incredible.
And so that's why I like him, because I've just seen him go hard as fuck on people. I go, I like that guy. And then actually during the pandemic, I would watch a lot of his videos and cook a lot of shit based off of the shit that he would say. And so that's my North Star. I want to be the vegan Gordon Ramsay.
I want to shout
I was
out.
telling people to piss off in the kitchen.
Derek pulled up for Christmas this year with a bomb-ass shepherd's pie.
Shepherd's pie.
It was so delicious and so light, and we destroyed that thing.
Gluten-free.
I know. Thank you for that.
For you. Yeah.
It was really good, man.
I'm actually getting into discovering a lot more about these gluten-free flours and stuff. So I
appreciate that.
And I don't know if I definitely want to see the difference. I want to experiment with that a little bit more.
Yeah. What did you make yesterday? I couldn't eat it, but Shapel had it.
I made like a traditional like Brazilian thing that people usually have in the morning. It's called pão de queijo, like cheese bread, and I made it with sun-dried tomato on the inside of it.
That looked really good. I had one before I was there.
But can I ask y'all something?
Yes, sir.
So with like because y'all been vegans for so damn long, like y'all.
Here we go.
But like, because the way I look at it, it's like strictly for myself.
Yes.
Like I don't look at it in a way of like, I'm like, if someone chooses, because it's funny when you tell someone you don't eat meat or whatever, and just the things that they like say, but it's like, bitch, it's for me. Like it doesn't have nothing to do with you.
A lot of people take offense to it.
A lot of people take offense to it. It's like, bitch, are you my belly?
Common. That's common.
Are you my
It's
fucking
common, dude?
You my fucking belly? Which is
a hard concept.
A lot of times people think that it puts into question their lifestyle.
Yes.
Because I've never seen you guys look at someone that says they eat meat, but also people don't really say they eat meat. But like the only time you say you don't eat meat is if you're in a situation where someone's like, oh, I'm making this. And you're like, oh, actually, I don't eat meat.
Right.
That's the only time like people really say it.
But it puts into question it makes them question their own lifestyle. I mean, when something different, a lot of people always take offense for some reason. Depending on the person, they can take offense.
Yeah.
Humanity itself has this problem with if it's not like me or if it's different from me, there's a fear. And then there's an ignorance that follows, and that happens a lot with many things.
And they question themselves.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, maybe I shouldn't be doing it. Wait, why aren't they doing that? Oh, that's what happens to animals? Oh.
And it's just like, I want to take a firmer stand on my lifestyle. It's like, no, I eat meat. I'll eat another burger for you then.
Yeah.
It's just like, all right.
They'll go even harder.
Yeah.
Well, another thing I find interesting, too, is that,
double down on their own lifestyle.
Yeah.
Like, it's right.
Yeah.
This is it.
That's what I'm saying. I find it interesting when people try to, like, downplay people that are vegans, in which it's like, why do you care? Like, I don't understand why someone would care what another person fucking eats. It's like when, like, I remember when I, ate meat and I said I don't fuck with steak like that. Mm-hmm. Like, and people were like, you don't fuck with steak. I was like, if you don't eat a dick,
it's a common thing in
it's
humanity. It's not even only with that, but it's just in general. If somebody's different or doing something differently from you, you have to be okay with that. People aren't always going to be the same. You have to respect, I think, the differences that people might have. Yeah. And not expect people to be exactly the same as you. A lot of times people go, in the mindset that, they, if they're not like me, they're a freak,
Yeah.
And that's a tragedy. I think that diversity is something that, creates a unique humanity. You don't want everybody to be the same, and I don't expect everybody to follow what I'm doing, but I think it's fantastic when you have that connection. But I'm not expecting people to do that, and I don't, it's not something that I'm pushing myself like, oh my God, they gotta be like me, and
no,
nothing like that.
Well, I don't know. I just think it's an interesting way to look at it, because also like people. Like I feel like because people will make jokes like, oh, vegans always love to say they're vegan. But it's like, I feel like for the most part, being around a lot of vegans, mm-hmm. I feel like the only time it's said is when in a situation where you don't.
Because we're eating at vegan restaurants anyway.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like you're in a situation like, you go to some Christmas party.
Right.
Totally.
You go to some Thanksgiving
dinner.
You
can say plant-based and people will take it differently too.
Yeah, and it's like, oh no, I'm actually vegan. I don't eat meat or whatever. But people look at it as like, oh, vegans love to say they're vegan. Like it's almost like it's like you're elitist because you don't eat meat.
It's a crazy stereotype about vegans for sure.
It's a weird.
But I'm not saying
stereotype.
it's not true either, because some vegans are very like, I'm a vegan. Everything's vegan. I'm vegan. Even though people follow you, you're vegan, you still say, oh, I'm eating a vegan burger. I'm eating vegan ice cream. We know you're vegan. Some people just like to say it a lot.
Yeah, like, I noticed like whenever you guys like post about like food, it's like, oh, this banging vegan, blah blah blah. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And then like, because a lot of times, maybe there'll be some meat eater that does follow you, but looks at a meal that you posted like, damn, what the fuck is this spot? And it's like, oh, it's a vegan, blah blah blah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's just.
I'm just telling what it is.
It's just telling it what it is.
We're excited about it.
I mean, we got years of life growing up, and it still continues. That you're getting pushed with this agenda of like, this is the burger of the, like a cow meaty. This got 3 animals on this sandwich. Pushed nonstop through media. And for me, it's just like, okay, it's there, but I'm not going to get on people like, oh, you're eating that meat again, and And it's up to the individual,
Yeah.
But I'm just saying that you get much more bombardment from the other side than from like the plant-based side.
I'm gonna say me and Derrick look good for the 50s, man. So
no, it's very true. Like I mean, I don't, and also like people think like the vegan diet can like harm people, but I haven't seen it. Like I'm like where.
Any diet can harm you.
Any diet can harm. Any diet can harm you.
It's not necessarily, a diet. It's like really, it's a lifestyle.
Yeah.
There's a lot involved. Not only just like plant-based eating. Like I was saying, exercise. A positive mental attitude, having a strong, connection with yourself, and it's a combination of many things.
People don't say I'm on a carnivore diet. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like it's just a. Another thing that's happening right now, too, is for the listeners that Shapel is prospecting to be straight edge. and right now he has X and a half.
Man, if you don't give me my fucking
He's almost at 3 X's. And a funny thing happened the other night. We with Derrick this a couple weeks ago. It was so funny. And Derrick was drinking a non-alcoholic beer at the bowling alley. And we said to Shapel, "Yo, man, you want to earn an X tonight?
Oh, yeah.
Go up to Derrick and smack his beer out of his hand."
I'm like, what the fuck you doing? Oh, hell no.
Roll up on him, man.
Knock it out and just hold up the X.
The boom box playing Earth Crisis and roll up to him.
Yeah.
Like, yo, what's up? Oh my God.
You know, with that being said, I'm like, you know, I think with the straight edge thing is you got to realize I've been hanging out with you for a minute.
I know.
Right? And like I didn't stop eating meat immediately when I started hanging. I didn't stop I quit smoking weed because I was just like, man, I wake up with headaches every fucking time I smoke this shit. And I was just like, what do I really need it for? I'm like, I mean,
when you hang with the other guys before, you're doing weights, you're shooting steroids, and now you're with us. And now
I'm the juice. Oh,
I ain't never shut no motherfuckers.
I'm just kidding, bro. I'm so happy you're solo dolo, man.
It's so funny. That's fucking hilarious.
Okay, anyway, go ahead.
But you know, like I just see the positive side of it, and like not like just what it's done for your life, but also what it does for a lot of other homies' lives. Like, you know, as far as like the straight edge lifestyle, the way of life, and it's just I love the positivity of it, and so that's why. And it's of my community, you know.
Totally.
It's something that's of my
you man Rollins, bro.
Yeah, like it's something that's of my community. It's something that's that
you've known about for a long time.
Known about for a long time, and yeah, like I haven't drank in it'll be 9 years in April, and you know, so and what
about the weeds and the marijuana cigarettes?
The weed has probably been 8 months.
8 months.
8 months for the weed and stuff. So
the reefer.
It's prospecting me almost 12 months to be a year,
and it's just
bro,
like
man.
I just love like how I love how much people love it, and I love how it makes them feel. And
you feel better too without weed?
Yeah, I feel better without all this stuff. I really like the thing I've been excited to take care of.
Derrick's face.
I know, right?
That's good, man.
I just been really excited to be on this like path where I just feel this purity in me, and these are the things that make me feel pure.
Nice.
Yeah, and you're focused, and you're like,
the focus that I have, and you know, and like I've been really utilizing the workout gym.
Yeah, man.
At,
Pico Spa,
Morse Spa,
the Morse Spa, and
what do we call it? Pico what?
Pico Priggerson Yard.
Pico Yard.
The Pico Yard. Yeah.
Derrick, were you ever straight edge?
No. Yeah, I was absolutely.
What ages?
Wow.
Early. I think you told me.
Early.
Yeah.
I mean,
you were X'd up?
I was not X'd up really. I mean, as a joke every now and then.
It's not a joke.
Because I'm sorry.
Toby.
Sorry, bro. I mean, I have friends that were seriously getting X'd
on
up.
Halloween. They put X's on.
No, I didn't want to put all this, you know, that fucking marker on my hand. I was like, that's not good on your skin, you know.
Yeah.
It's also hard to get off, and it's on your face in the morning. I was like, this is.
That's why Toby just tattooed it on him.
I was like, I don't need to have this on the outside. I just didn't drink. I didn't smoke. I didn't do any drugs. All high school. My parents never drank at home. They never drank. I never had alcohol in the house. They never smoked, you know. So it wasn't something that my parents or even my brother or sister were even involved in. So it was pretty easy for me. I wasn't pushed into like peer pressure. I was just like skating and riding dirt bikes, and then
your whole life up until what age?
Yeah, I mean, up until like I was out of high school, like 19 or 20 is when I started experimenting with certain stuff. But the thing is, like, I remember just seeing a lot of kids in high school just getting wasted, and I just didn't want to be that. I had so much energy as a young person. I was really into going to shows, skating, being outside, doing a lot of physical activities. And I just didn't like the way that I was seeing other people reacted at that young age, drinking a lot, getting wasted all the time, forgetting everything, just not being focused on anything and just being miserable, you know, just kind of like a fake happiness that they were going through. And it was really easy to see. And also seeing their parents, how it was like a cycle that was kind of flowing. Like I would see their parents come home wasted, You know, I'd be like, oh my God, you know, and they're drinking more. Like they come home, I could just smell it on their breath. I'm
Damn.
like, wow.
Yeah.
And the demeanor change and how they complained about their parents, but they were drinking as well. And I was like, man, this cycle is really going on.
Oh, it really is. And like, I'll see it at shows, like, you know, when I'm on stage and I see people just like wasted, I'm like, man, you don't even know what I'm talking about.
Right.
And it's like, and it's like they're just not coherent. I'm like, damn, you decided to fucking get so fucked up and come to the show. And like, that's the story you want to tell. Yeah. Like that you didn't get to see the show.
Yeah.
You know, like that's like not a good feeling. And also like what made it so easy for me to, you know, quit weed was like every time when I woke up the next morning, I was like, damn, I'm glad I didn't smoke with the crew that last night. You know what I mean? I woke up and always felt better about it. So it was like, so why do it? You know what I mean? That was like my
whole thing with drinking. I was like, why am I doing this?
Yeah.
But also at a young age, I just wanted to say that the development of the mind at that age, at a very young age, is extremely important.
Totally.
And I was really into learning. I was really into reading, and I didn't want to like waver from that. I thought it was something very special to have that ability and to be in the position that I was, to have an education, to really go 100% with it, you know, like to really not damper that by any way, because I just felt it was something negative to put on me that's going to stop my learning process, because I really love being out there and being observant of everything and wanting to capture that and being in the moment. And this was something I didn't want to damper with like drinking and doing drugs. And,
think about like when even when you guys do shows, like you guys will see that drunk person in the audience, and you just see like how what they're doing, and then you see how it affects people that are next to them. And then you see how and then it kind of like affects you, you know, in this weird way, and like you feel bad because you feel bad for the people that are in the audience that are like literally this drunk dude's like pushing them over, and it's like, hey, there's not even a song playing, they're just talking, and then, you know what I mean? Like, I remember I had to shove this one dude down at a Wu-Tang concert. He was really drunk. I feel bad now because he was really drunk, and I shouldn't have shoved him, but he didn't get the fucking point, you know, like, and Wu-Tang wasn't even on stage yet. You know, like we were waiting, like they were just about to come on, and I remember this dude was like, not saying I'm going to beat up alcoholics, by the way, but you know, like he was like so drunk and just all over the place. He was a bigger guy, and I remember he was like, there was these girls that were up front, and he was like shoving them into the fucking what do you call them damn things? Barricades or whatever. So like, and it was just like annoying, and they just kept going, ow, 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 and eventually I just fucking boom shoved the dude to the fucking ground, because it's like, it's just not, it's not fair, it's not fun, and it's like, man, and like, and I'm not saying people can't drink, but also like, you know, understand what fucking moderation is. You know, like, and
that was another thing. As a kid, I definitely didn't have.
That's why I don't drink.
Moderation.
I don't drink because of fucking lack of moderation.
You go hard, right? Yeah.
I can go hard. I mean, when I was like the happy drunk, they call it, you know.
Yeah.
Like, he's the life of the party.
And it's so funny. The happy. I'm telling you this right now, because I was that happy drunk. Is the worst drunk.
Absolutely.
The happy drunk is the one that's
usually the most depressed.
Wow. I'm telling you, like, I had some dark times being the fucking happy drunk. I mean, one buddy when I you know, I think I mentioned I quit drinking. He's like, "Oh man, I always loved when you drank because you're so funny. We have some of the most fun nights." But I was
now
like,
you're boring.
But I was like, bro, I was fucking sad. That was when I was kicking with like those crust punks. Them motherfuckers.
Oh man, them crust punks.
Yeah, them crust punks. Them motherfuckers. Gosh, they got me fucked up.
Damn. Those Christies. Yeah. You remember them back in the day?
Oh yeah, dude.
In New York.
Punks? Oh yeah. ABC New York, all those spots. Yeah.
I mean, some of the later ones that came in the later time period of New York just didn't know
who they were fucking with.
Yeah, exactly. And I saw a lot of like tragic.
Oh, they didn't realize.
Yeah, talking shit to the wrong people.
I was like, I don't think you know where you're at.
Happy way down there. Yeah,
and it was just like, hard times. Yeah,
came their way.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck.
But alcohol. And drugs and stuff. Yeah. Moderation.
Moderation.
I'm definitely not against like people doing their thing. It's
do
just
your fucking thing.
But like you said, when it starts affecting other people,
That's
you know,
where I feel bad. Like watching
Right.
the show and like I said, like you guys will see it when you're on stage. Like you'll see someone fucking.
Yeah.
There, you'll always see that in an. How do these motherfuckers always end up front?
Right?
They push their way through, maybe. I
They
don't know.
just fucking always end up front.
Have you have anybody that's like confronted you drunk on stage at your show? Mr. Morse?
Came on stage or no?
Then not come on stage, but just
Yeah,
like in
probably
the audience, like, yeah, straight edge my ass.
Probably, or flicking us off and shit. Yeah.
You never had like a, fisticuffs moment?
Probably.
Mr. Morse.
Mr. Morse,
Nah.
the question is.
No, I guess we talked about it on the podcast Not Out Yet with Sam Drain. Told the story.
Oh yeah.
That somebody was saying shit to me. I remember this in the 90s, flicking me off the whole time, heckling
wow.
me. But he was heckling me the whole night. And
Yeah,
shit,
right.
You know what I mean?
Oh, that just happened to me.
Yeah, you're telling this in Richmond?
Yeah.
You know, it's Florida guy. He wanted to fight you. Yeah.
Yeah. He was a drunk guy, and he was just one of those
They
drunk
usually
guys.
are.
And he was right up front. I know, right? He was right up front, and he was just fucking, being that guy.
I heard this story.
Being that guy or whatever, like just fucking.
Yeah.
Like he wasn't even paying attention to the show. Wasn't even about the show, and he was drunk. He was young.
Right.
Him and his crew, they were really young, and usually I get on people. I'll softly get on people. Then if you just keep doing it, then I'm like, what's up? And I remember he got mad about something. I don't even know what the fuck it was. He actually got mad about, but he just started flipping me off hard, right? And then I just, I said, bro, I'll kick you in the fucking chest.
Yeah, that's right.
And then he started screaming at me, yelling,
Wow.
and it was just ruining it for everybody.
Yeah.
And it's like it sucks because it's not even about me.
Mm-hmm.
It's not even about me. It's about the people that are actually
There to have fun and
there to have
fucking
fun
laugh.
that are
That's the
actually
last thing
paying
they wanna
attention.
see.
That's
Yeah.
the part that I feel bad for is when people do that.
Yeah.
Like that like whenever someone's really drunk and they
That's a
like
good point.
they're heckling or they're doing their own thing at the show, that's when I get to a point to where I'm like, hey, fuck me, forget me. Yeah, I get it. You're disrespecting me, but you're disrespecting everybody else in this
Paid
fucking
money to
house.
come
Absolutely.
see you.
And they didn't pay to see you
Right.
sit here drunk and fuck up a performance. Like you wouldn't fucking go to fucking
A movie theater and do that too.
yeah. You wouldn't go to a movie. You wouldn't go to Shakespeare and fucking
Yeah.
or see Hamilton or some
Right.
shit like that. You wouldn't fucking do that at all.
Yeah.
So it's like don't do that like that. You're in this performance.
Yeah.
It's just for me. It's a one man show. Like it's just me on stage. So it's like that doesn't give you the opportunity.
Yeah.
And if I talk to you, then that's different. But if I wasn't talking to you and I'm just trying to do the set, and then you just keep doing your thing, that's when it's like such a fucking bummer.
Right.
But
Yeah.
anyways, this dude, he threatened to beat my ass, and he was little. He was a little guy. He's like the
Yeah.
size of Max. And what am I gonna do?
That
Fucking
liquid courage.
what am I gonna
Yeah.
do? Yeah. He had the liquid courage, and rightfully so. Like if I said I'm gonna kick your chest in, and of course you're gonna stand up for yourself. And the whole thing, like I wasn't even mad about that or whatever. Like that we got. It was just a bummer that like he drank that much.
Right.
Like that was the biggest bummer of it all. Like I don't know. And sometimes, the servers, they don't know. Sometimes they don't see, and
All I gotta say is the security should have stepped in early on.
Oh, yeah,
as
yeah.
soon as
I
somebody's
think
like
they thought I was handling it, but I was like, bro, I'm about to kill this. But also like I wasn't going to. I was like, listen, you're not gonna fight a fucking 21-year-old fucking
Right.
smaller dude. What does that look? What does that look like? Me at 270 or whatever the fuck I'm at right now. Me at my size fighting some fucking some little kid.
Yeah.
Might as well be. And even though I
Go to jail in Virginia for the night.
yeah, good. Yeah,
Ooh,
exactly.
fuck
Like
that.
what the fuck does any of it? What, just get violent? You know what I mean? And a lot of times when I say I'm gonna kick your chest in, hey, that's just me telling you to shut up.
Yeah.
It's equivalent as that, right? but anyways, shout out to that guy for standing up for himself. I
Wonder how he felt the next day.
respect the
Yeah.
dude. I respect the dude
Right.
for at least going, I'll beat your ass.
Yeah. We'll see how that works for him.
He got
But
the
I
words off.
I literally was not gonna
Right.
hit that guy. There's just no way. Like violence is just not what the fuck I'm looking for. If he would have rushed the stage,
of course,
it would have been different.
And
honestly, he had the fucking ability. It was this was the distance.
Yeah.
This is how close we were. He literally had the ability.
Right.
Love this song. He literally had the ability to fucking rush the stage if he wanted. I don't think he wanted to do anything either. I think the barking was the
louder than the bite.
Louder than the bite. You know. So.
Well, happy birthday, Shapel Lacey.
Thank you, man.
36 years old, strong. 36.
Hey, I'm optimistic, motherfucker.
No, I know. I know.
That's usually your last question.
You've already been on the podcast twice, so you already had that question. People know you're optimistic already.
Yeah.
And we know your last real job. We work in the hotel. And happy birthday, Derrick, too. 50
Yeah, man.
I appreciate both the guys in my life. I mean,
I appreciate you guys for following me because Travis Barker followed me.
That's the only reason why I followed you.
I was just kidding.
Let's tell that story real quick.
What story?
A couple weeks ago, I told Shapel, I said, hey, let's go to Rich Roll's studio. I'm gonna say what's up. We were already out there. He's taking photos. My friend Greg. What up, Greg? We love you. And
shout out to Greg.
I text Trav. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna pull up with Shapel. I'm gonna surprise him. I'm saying I'm going somewhere else. So we pull up to the studio. There's a Rolls Royce out front. Shapel's like, damn, Rich Roll's doing good.
Yeah. No, I didn't say he was doing good. I said. Rich Roll's like a minimalist. Fuck you driving a Rolls Royce for?
Don't worry, he's in there.
He's got good taste.
It's all gutted. He's sleeping in the sleeping bag.
I thought the guy had he sleeps in a tent.
That's where his money's going.
Yeah, right.
And then so we go in the doors and like it's all white and awesome. And I know that Shapel, they have the word fuck there from the Take Off Your Pants and Jackets, the big words, cut out letters from the tour. And then he's llooking around. He's like, where am I,
Toby's
bro?
like watching me like try to figure this out because I'm sitting here like, this is a podcast studio? I was like, this is too fucking. I was like, this is too big for a fucking podcast.
But then Shapel's
studio.
eyes connect with the Blink-182 full-size rabbit.
The rabbit. It was the rabbit that's
symbol.
And I was like,
oh, this motherfucker.
I was like, this motherfucker.
So then I walk into one room and the dude from the Interrupters and he's working on the Kardashians Christmas record. And then we turn the corner. Then Trav comes out, gives me a hug, and he meets Shapel and gives him a hug.
Yeah.
And it was cool. We hung out for a while.
Cool, yeah.
But I didn't know until after that Shapel told me his whole body was shaking. Like he totally bugged out.
Yeah, it was. Because I
geeks out with musicians.
I geek out with musicians more than anything else. If I met like a famous actor, if I met Eddie Murphy, I'd probably shake.
Right.
But
it was a cool moment.
Denzel, yeah.
I didn't realize Shapel was tripping like that because.
Oh yeah.
I know Travis for like over 20 years.
I keep my composure.
But when he walks out, probably for him it's surreal. It's like the dude from Blink, and he comes out and he sees him. It was a really awesome moment. It was great hanging. And the next morning,
he's the same height as us.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay,
well, I didn't because I didn't realize because the other two are really tall.
The other two.
Yeah. Tom and Mark.
Tom and
members of the band. Right.
And then that night, Travis Barker followed Shapel and changed his whole career.
History.
Changed his whole career.
Yeah,
because the one girl came out because she said,
he changed my fucking world. Wow. Look at that. A follow from Travis Barker got someone to come to my show.
Shout out to Travis for being awesome.
Travis having my tickets.
Thank you, Travis, for being so sweet to Shapel. It was an awesome moment.
Thank you. That was very sweet.
He was a good sport about surprising you.
Yeah, and it was very, very nice. Very, very nice.
But I want to say that two things, like the reconnecting with Derrick the past couple of years from the pandemic, we're hanging every day. Then you went and did what you did, and I missed you so much. You went on tour, and now you're back. I love having you here. And then meeting Shapel through Joe Evasion, check out this comedian wearing the Fugazi shirt, realize we're neighbors. You guys are my family, and you guys are always on the podcast with me, and I appreciate it. I love you guys. You guys are my brothers, and I appreciate you both, man.
Much love, homie.
Much love, man.
So happy birthday, and this is a great episode, man. It was really fun.
Hey, what do I get for my birthday? He just told a story helping me beat Travis Barker. And I go, what do I get for my birthday?
What's next? Who do you want me next?
Who's next?
Who else you want me on your list? I'll make it happen.
I need my birthday gift, man.
Yeah, right.
Are we going to roll up at Sade's place?
Yeah, right. I know.
I'm like, oh my God.
I know.
Toby, no, you didn't.
No, you didn't.
Dude,
you did.
That's bucket list shit.
No, you did.
Yeah, that's bad.
I think we'd all be shaking.
Yeah, that's bad bucket.
I heard she's coming on tour. She's new record coming
out. What?
Yeah, I heard that yesterday.
Really?
Yeah,
Are you
we love
serious?
Sade. I'd love to see that with you guys.
I will be front row.
She lives in England too. I like how low key she is.
Definitely. She's a diva.
Love it.
Well, fuck. Oh, and we saw the Kendrick show together with this summer. That was fucking beautiful.
Yeah. Epic.
I saw Dave Chappelle and Chris Rock this summer. That was fucking amazing. Why am I saying summer? It's fucking next year.
Yeah.
It was so good last year. But that Kendrick show, the Wu-Tang show we saw.
Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang. With Busta Rhymes, who killed it.
Yeah. Mary J.
LL Cool J.
Redman.
Jadakiss, Redman, Nas. That was an incredible night.
Incredible night.
The diversity in the age groups and all people walks of life. It was fucking so perfect, dude.
That was dope.
That was one of the greatest hip hop shows in all time. We got
dude, when I saw H2O in Phoenix, wow.
On that note,
I was going to say.
Okay, we're going to go eat some food now.
Let's go eat.
Thanks for listening, everybody.
Peace.
Bye. A day later, we're back on the podcast. Joe Vach, I know you'll be mad at me, but it's only for 5 minutes, I promise. There's two things me and Chappelle forgot to talk about. I'm not sure, Chappelle, if it was before the creation of Mad Peaceful that you were jumping on stage and going on the road with H2O doing Freddie's part.
First time I ever jumped on stage to sing at all was with H2O.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn, we popped your cherry, bro. Sick.
I never did it before that.
Ever.
Well, except for that one story I told you.
Yeah, with Keith Morris on stage, pulled you up on stage.
But like that one where it was like I was actually like called up to like sing.
Well, the security were roughing you up, and then Keith Morris reached
that was
out.
that was that one.
And he pulled you up.
But that was different. That was different because I sang only part of the song, but with H2O I sang a whole song.
Yeah, it's so sick. You killed it every time you killed it.
We sang My Attitude.
Yeah, we did Attitude together, and the famous, incredible Arizona show. You popped up. We did Attitude.
Yes,
that was
we
sick.
did.
But then moving forward, you started doing Guilty a bunch, and then did those shows.
Guilty. Yep, Guilty. The first time I ever did the Guilty, was New York. New York.
Your first trip to New York.
My first trip to New York, because I remember I was doing shows in Florida that weekend, and I remember I flew up from Florida Sunday morning, like early Sunday morning, got to New York, walked around Lower East Side with you guys during the day, did the show, and then sang Freddie's part. Because the first time, this is how it came about, because the first time I ever did it was as a joke at your guys' practice.
That's right.
And I just had grabbed the mic from you,
just
messing around.
Yeah,
I was just messing around. And then you were like, you should do it in New York.
And we did it.
Yeah.
And then Freddie, we did the Hazen Street Madball shows, and then you end up doing it with Freddie.
Yes, that was
how nerve-wracking was that?
Because it was crazy. Because I remember Max was like, "Yo, go get Freddie for Guilty," because you guys were on the last song. And then I was like, "Okay, let me go grab him." And then he's like, "What's up?" I was like, "Oh, Max just wants you to do the Guilty part." He's like, "You do it." I was like, "Oh no, he specifically asked for you, man." And then he goes,
always does it.
And then he goes, "You do it with me." And I was like, all right. So yeah,
that was great. That was an awesome
crazy.
moment.
Yeah, that was
happened twice, I think, right in that run.
Yes, Jersey and Rhode Island.
Yeah, that's sick.
Yeah.
Fast forward to where I talked about Mad Peace, but also you did something really cool a couple months ago, is where you jumped on a show with your friends Ghost Inside in Las Vegas, and you weren't like the host. You were doing comedy in between the sets, or just one time.
So yeah, I guess it was basically host. Yeah, it was a host vibe. Yeah, because I would call up each band or whatever, and then the lights would go out and the band would have like their interest. But they, the first time I ever did anything with bands, when it came to that, or anytime I ever done anything with bands, and they wanted me to do comedy with them, it's always been bad. Every time, always been bad. So
you can't mix the both. That's the problem.
It's tough. But I was just like, the Ghost Inside guys are great dudes, really nice guys, and very genuine dudes right there. So they, I was just like, all right, you know what, I'll do this gig, and it'll be fun, and I'm like, if it goes crazy, then I'll just have another fucking story to tell.
And it went good though.
But they set me up for success. So for any band that ever wants a comedian to fucking open for them and have
hit you up?
Do a time. No, not yet. Well, hit me up. But also like, because there's a lot of bands that do like comedy.
Yeah. Sure.
But you got to set the comedian up perfect so the crowd understands that a comedian is coming on stage. You can't just push the comedian out there and be like, all right, just walk on stage and do something.
Yeah.
It's never, and every time I've done it, that's how it's always gone. And you can't have the comedian go up while a changeover is happening.
Yeah, that's rough.
And I thought that's what was going to happen, that I was going to just go up when the changeover is happening. But no one's really paying attention to a changeover. Mm-mm. So what they did was basically because I was the first thing to go out. They actually turned the lights out, and they had someone on the God mic announce me, and I walked on stage, and the crowd was.
That's cool.
Yeah, so it was actually like really, really dope. And then anytime I went out, because I went out in between bands, I would just do like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And it was like perfect. That's all was like needed. That's all was like needed. Because I feel like any longer than that, then it's kind of like too weird.
Is that nerve-wracking to do it in front of a crowd that's there for music? Is it different?
It really it is, because like, you know, especially like, you know, the Ghost Society, that's a metal band.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like those people are ready to like mosh and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's a bit different. But Bobcat Goldthwait used to open for Nirvana.
That's crazy.
I don't know how it went when he was doing it with Nirvana, but Nirvana would bring him on tour to open up.
And then fast forward, the guy from Half Baked was doing that for Metallica.
Jim Brewer.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jim Brewer does it for Metallica. But yeah,
that's
like
crazy,
you just got to set the comedian up for success. And get the crowd to understand that a comedian is about to come on. And people were very receptive to when I was up there. It was really, really fun. It was way better than expected. It literally, I couldn't stop telling those guys. I was like, thank you guys for
that's cool.
Not letting me fail out there.
Well, it'd be cool to do a tour across the country like that, and if you could book double it up. So maybe like you would go and do a spot with a band that you're touring with, and then that night do your own show headlining after in each city.
Oh, that would work. That would work
really
out because
cool, man.
Because by the time I open up for the band, open up for the band, that's like what, probably going at like 7 a.m. or 7 a.m. 7 p.m.
7 or 8, yeah.
And then I could just go wherever the damn comedy club is and then be on stage to headline.
That'd be a great move, dude.
Yeah, that would be dope. It'd be a lot of work, but I mean it would be.
Because you do 2 shows a night some places anyway, so.
Yeah, I already do 2 shows a night. Yeah.
I think that's cool. I think that's something pretty cool to happen for you.
Yeah, I actually like, you know, there's another band out there that, you know, wants me open. Blink-182. I'm just kidding.
Oh man, that'd be a sick tour, dude. That'd be amazing.
I would do that in a heartbeat. Like, but it was really fun, and I don't know. Yeah, like as long as a band just gets a crowd to understand that a comedian is about to tell jokes.
Yeah.
Then everybody, like, I was shocked how everybody showed up to
it's cool.
to the stage to watch me perform.
Yeah, it's cool.
That was fucking crazy, and they listened.
Yeah, I think it's good for you to tour like bands. I think it might be good for you.
And no one was like yelling at me or heckling me.
Yeah.
That's what was crazy. I was like, what the fuck?
I love it.
And it gave me it was a new like an audience that, you know, started to fucking with me and started
100%.
following me. Yeah. It was really cool.
I like that. That's like us playing with like Newfound Glory or different bands back in the day. It wasn't just hardcore bands. It makes sense.
Yeah, it's like I think it's like a cool crossover.
Yeah.
Like that, you know.
Well, let's see more of that, Shapel.
Yeah, I would do it in a fucking heartbeat.
Anything else we need to cover? This is a good one, man.
No, I just took a nap on your couch.
Yeah, good morning. We're going to do a cold plunge sauna now.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thanks for listening. Oh, we did 7 minutes. Sorry, Joe.
Thank you. Sorry, Joe Vasion.
Bye. I always ask my guests if they have any regrets. I personally don't have any regrets. Even when it comes to my tattoos. I have the silliest tattoos. Even my ET on my leg, it's still a childhood memory for me, and I love it. I've had tattoos on top of tattoos strictly because I wanted more tattoos. I started getting tattoos when I was 18. I'm 52 now, and I can't stop. I've had laser treatment before on something on my arm. It's 4 tattoos on top of each other. And that experience at that place was pretty fast. It was pretty cold. It was in and out, swiped the credit card. Don't really tell me much. Didn't give me much details or anything was going to happen. So I never went back. So as of most recently, I'm so lucky enough to have had 2 sessions at Removery Tattoo Removal. My tattoo on my arm that looks like a big black blob is now super light. I've had 2 sessions. I have a long road ahead of me. None of this stuff happens overnight. You cannot take a tattoo up in one sitting. You have to be patient. And it's painful. They ice you up. It's super fast. To me, it felt like a bunch of rubber bands. But what's more painful than that is looking at something on your body that you think you're stuck with for the rest of your life. That sucks. But now for me, I'm really happy I started this journey. I'm slowly going to get this tattoo removed. I never thought in a million years to have any kind of real estate on my arm. I don't even know what I want, but it's exciting. I'm so honored to announce that One Life, One Chance podcast is now with Removery. I have a code. Use TobyH20 and get $100 off your first session. Call 866-934-4570 or go to removery.com. One of the most experienced tattoo removal companies in the world. Over 600,000 removal treatments done. 100 locations, U.S., Canada, and Australia. State-of-the-art peak-away laser technology, cryo-technology to reduce any discomfort. This is so exciting for me because all I do in these podcasts is talk about tattoos. From day one, if you've been listening to this podcast, we talk about tattoos, talk about getting removed, talk about getting covered up. So this is such a perfect fit for me. Once again, go to removery.com or call 866-934-4570. Use my code TobyH20 and get $100 off. These guys are located everywhere. Try it out. Yo, people always ask me what kind of frames I'm rocking. I've been rocking Caddis for a couple years. They make amazing progressive readers, which I wear. Also, they make sunglass readers, anti-glare, anti-smudge coating, anti-scratch, and anti-aging. That's why I look mad young when I wear them. I'm just kidding. But they make amazing frames. Caddis, so stoked to have you guys part of the podcast. You can go to caddislife.com/Toby10 and get $10 off your first purchase. Stoked. Thank you, Caddis. Welcome to the fam. Yo, Liquid Death, thank you so much for hydrating all my guests, taking care of me and my family and my friends. Love your water, love your brand, love what you stand for, love what you give back to the community. If you want to learn more about Liquid Death and how it started, listen to episode 115 with the co-founder, owner, and creator of Liquid Death, Mike Cesario. Just a punk rock skateboarding kid from Delaware with a dream. It's an incredible story, incredible journey. They have now blessed me with my own code. So if you go liquiddeath.com/Toby, you get free shipping on any items you order from liquiddeath.com. Thank you so much, Liquid Death. Death to plastic, murder your thirst. Stay hydrated. You know H2O saves lives.